No, I know that. I'm just talking about just reach. Traffic came up because they're leaving the building. There's no place for them in the building, so they had to find a, I guess they were trying to find...
But it's iHeart.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying they don't fit in this building.
Is it iHeart?
Yeah,
they're
it's a separate division.
Yeah.
They have their own everything. Yeah. But yes, it's iHeart.
Because they were paying for services.
What is that airport thing next to us? What the fuck is that? I've never understood.
Wow.
The suite directly next to us says iHeart Airport. Is it like when you're in the airport, you hear the fucking Muzak or something? What is it?
I don't know, Mark. I
it's been there for fucking ever, and I have no idea what
I wonder if it's like billboards or digital billboards at airports. Because Clear Channel Outdoors is big in...
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I think it's called Airport Impressions or something.
Yeah, okay, it's probably digital advertising.
But they've been there forever, and I've never asked them. You know, it's one of those deals, say hello, know everybody, but I've never asked them what the hell they do.
Yeah. All right, people, have a good show.
See you, man. Have a good weekend.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Put on your calendar.
I got it on my calendar.
Be prepared to lose.
For the hot tub. You gotta do it. Loser goes to the hot tub.
Boy, if we did that, I'll tell you what, I'd step my game up, boy.
What's that, Mark?
If the loser of the three of us when we play Cutthroat had to get in the hot tub with naked old fuckers.
What do they all? Are they all like walking around fucking naked all day?
Dude, you have never seen.
Why do they? Jesus Christ! They just love nakedness. I don't know what it is. Old men love to be naked. They love to be naked.
He's right. He's right.
I swear to God.
It sounds weird, but he's fucking right. You know it. You're there. It's crazy, Dan. And then when I leave early, I hear the Dan strips down and walks around naked.
You hear what?
I hear the Dan strips down. As soon as me and Ross leave, Dan's naked.
I'm part of the club.
It would be funny if I left and forgot something, came back, and you were in the hot tub.
Seriously, when we played before, there's a guy in there that looks just like you.
Yeah.
Fucking Ramsey's still doing their commercials.
I thought, what the hell's Mark doing?
It is weird, isn't it?
If we can't transfer it, you pay nothing. But if we get you a deal, no matter how bad it is.
They were trying to... we're not up yet, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, forget it.
What? What, Mark?
Just,
truth is truth.
Spending money on a news station. How much would you drop on a station that literally has nothing? It's never been around. It's zero. How do you even determine how much to sell a spot for?
I don't know what you're talking about. This, when they switch?
Yeah.
Well, because you have proven records of the shows.
No, it's an FM. It's not literally that one.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to a short holiday week. It's the 4th of July coming up, and you guys are all going to be out doing your thing. So give us a call if you need help, information, referrals. And I want to make some things perfectly clear. Do not drink and drive, even if you think you can calculate. I'm Tom Martino. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Buying or selling real estate, we just went over a bunch of stuff, and he has statistics to show he outsells the market. He sells his homes for more, and he also buys cheaper. It's amazing how he does it on each side. 303-920-1622 is his number. We have wonderful sponsors. That's part of the show. Here's what we do. We feature sponsors from the referral list. We also use them as our experts if you call with a problem. And then we also, of course, provide referrals for good people, but we go after bad guys. And some of these companies are bad. Some of them are outright scumbags, and that's at sleazebrigade.com for the worst of the worst of the worst. Sleazebrigade.com. We also have, of course, people who just have a lack of communication, or they're just not doing well, in their execution of the business. And here's why, Mark. I've summed it up. Excellent tradesmen, people who are qualified and have an expertise. They might be a great plumber, but they're not a great businessman. What you must understand is that being a businessman is first. Then, whatever else you do falls under it. Let's say Jay Brett's. He's an excellent businessman. It doesn't matter what business he's in. He happens to be in roofing. But roofing is not his expertise. Well, it is, but but he's a businessman. In other words, so many great plumbers have gone into business and failed. So many great masonry contractors. So many different kinds of people get into business and can't handle it. I think we have some handymen that I love that are not great at business, but they're great at what they do.
You know, a great example of that, of course, is doctors. The other great example, flip that around, some of the best CEOs in history. For example, Keegan, I think he was Goodyear's CEO. He went to Kodak Camera or vice versa. These guys can run any kind of company.
That's right. That's right. It's the skill of running and being in business. So I tell people who want to start their own business, I ask them, what is your business? If they give me their trade occupation, then I know they don't have their business. What is everyone's business? Everyone's business to generate leads, convert them to customers, and one other thing, starts with R, retention. 3, that's it. We're all in that business. 1, generate leads. 2, what do you do with those leads? Convert them to being a customer. And then 3, retain them.
Good or bad business decision, Nike pulling that shoe.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
Now, there was a patriotic shoe featuring Betsy Ross. Nike pulled them. Now, I was told it was over one objection raised by Kaepernick.
That's true. That is a correct statement. He objected to it. He endorses them.
Now, tell me why they wouldn't have run it past him first then, if he has that much power.
That I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But it's very strange to think they pulled that. But regardless of the politics behind it, good or bad, though, was it a bad business decision or a good business decision? I don't know the answer to that. I would say it was a very bad business decision.
What did he not like?
I believe the flag they have on there is not the flag we have today. It was when the 13 colonies, and I'm sorry, I'm not staring at it.
No,
but,
okay.
And I think back then,
You're right,
saying,
it was the circular star pattern.
He's saying that stood for hate or something. I mean, really, that's where he's coming from.
Did our country ever advocate hate, really?
Well, slavery. I mean,
I know, but
great.
do you think...
God.
Well, then we got out of it, but do you think... Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for it. There's nothing... what I'm saying is... our country can't be singled out. Weren't all countries? Didn't, for some reason, why were there slaves to begin with? I mean, it is such an old profession, or an old whatever you call it.
It went back to the pyramids.
But
Didn't
why?
they build those pyramids on the backs of people, literally?
Why? Whatever. I wonder where that all started, where one group of people could use another group of people as their slaves. It's just, the concept is beyond me. So I guess, you know, you can't make an excuse for slavery, but what I'm saying is, was the United States any worse than any other country? And then they recognized the error and corrected it, right?
I mean, fought for it. A group of people fought for it.
Here's what Suzanne wondered. She said, Tom, I don't know if I've ever seen a product that I refused to buy because of its advertising or symbolism. Do you think there are things that people would not buy because of advertising?
You mean like who endorses them?
Everything. Anything.
Anything to do with their ads.
Let's say that someone did have a Betsy Ross shoe, or a T-shirt with the 13 stars in the circular pattern, and that same flag that Kaepernick he objected to. Let's say somebody did sell them. Would you not buy one? Do you buy based on your political thoughts or ethics or your personal ethics and morality? For example, I wouldn't have one of those T-shirts. Have you ever seen the T-shirt people wear in public? F-U, you know, I mean, it's the word.
Nah, it's not my style.
With an explanation point.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't believe...
It's too profane to be walking around with.
I think so, but then again, all of our standards are out the window. What is profane? Really, what is vulgarity? What is it? I don't know anymore, right? So, here's the deal. Is there ever a product that you can name that you would not buy? But Justin, I'm sorry, you contacted us. We got back to you. You have an important issue. Let's get to you, man. What's happening?
Hey, so I purchased my first condo earlier this year, and it came with a home warranty.
So it came with it. You didn't have to buy it.
Correct.
That's good, because home warranties suck, and I would never buy one. But You didn't have to pay for it. That doesn't mean they shouldn't honor it. So who provided the warranty?
The seller.
So was it the real estate agent, broker, or the seller? Was it the actual seller? Do you know?
I can't speak to that. I think it was the seller, but I don't.
Did the seller transfer the one they had, or did you get a new one? This is really important. There's a reason I'm asking.
Yeah, I got a new one.
You know it's a new warranty?
Yes, I'm looking at the effective date right now.
Okay, good. And what is the name of the warranty?
The company?
Yeah.
National Home Guaranteed.
National Home Guarantee. Okay, continue with your story. Thank you for all that information.
Yeah, so upon moving in, we lived there maybe a month, and then Denver got that last big snowstorm and went to turn on the heat, and the furnace broke.
Was this ever inspected, the furnace or the house, before you bought it, the condo?
Yes, twice.
Why'd you have it inspected twice?
They did an inspection and service.
Oh, wait. That's interesting. This warranty company inspected the home before they insured it? Or before they warrantied it?
To my understanding, yes.
Well, what do you mean to your understanding? It was probably the inspector that inspected. No, he had a home inspection that he paid for. But he is telling me that the warranty company inspected it. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, yes. I mean, when...
I don't think so, but go ahead. How do you know?
Because while I'm looking at a second, I have both copies of the inspection and servicing right now.
Okay, and the second, the inspection that you think was done by the warranty company. Tell me why you think. Look at that.
Well, I didn't know it was part of our closing.
I understand. Does that inspection that shows the warranty company, does it say inspection by? What does it say? What's on the top of it? Is it the warranty company name?
No, it's Guardian Heating and Air Conditioning.
And what does it say? Does it say done for so-and-so warranty or National Home Guarantee?
It gives the referral name, which was the real estate agent, and then the name of the seller.
But it doesn't say anything about the warranty. So why do you feel it was an inspection for warranty? This is really important. There's a reason I'm asking. Because to speed forward people, they turned down one of his first claims, and that doesn't surprise me. And Justin, what did they say it was? Pre-existing, right?
Exactly, pre-existing, because there's no way it could have incurred the damage in the amount of time that I lived in the house.
But then you see why I'm asking if they inspected it. Because if they inspected it and then certified, in other words, sold you the warranty based on their inspection, then they need to cover it. Mm-hmm. If they didn't inspect it, you see, this is where home warranties suck. Well, hold on. We'll come back and find out how you did it and if there's any hope.
This report is... But I don't know what he's talking about. That's a whole new wrinkle.
Now, here's something that...
And then he's like, they did it in closing. What the hell's that mean?
I have no...
There's another thing. They did offer him $500.
Why won't he take it?
Well, no.
Because he wants the fucking furnace fixed.
Right.
Why would they offer him $500? Is it a refund of the policy?
He's going to tell you that.
We got to find out if they really inspected
this.
this.
Furnace is 26 years old.
What's that, sir?
Furnace is 26 years old.
Okay, so?
I'm just saying.
But they offered him $500. Why?
He says, we're not going to cover it because of pre-existing, but we will give you $500.
Boy, imagine that. I wonder if in their contract it says we have the option to refund it or fix it.
Maybe. Not refund. There's $350 was what the thing cost.
Colorado-made furniture with custom options. Try out their
Maybe there's something about that $500.
Look at this house Amazon sells now. $18,500 to delivered.
Fix It 24/7 is the name. Fix It 24/7. They're available for you when you need them. And I call them the $39 people. Because that's what every diagnostic will cost, no matter how complicated, no matter how long it takes. If you want to know what's wrong, $39, you can rest assured you'll never pay more. Then when they find the problem and give you a complete documentation and their action plan, you decide to have it done or not. You can shop it. $39 is all you pay. If you have the work done, they credit you that $39. Now, here is what I love about Fix It. the $39 people will give you a free inspection and diagnostic if you're told you need any major repair. Now, why would a company do that? We all know why. They want your business. So what's great about second opinions, they can never hurt you because they either have to match it or tell you you have a great deal. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939.
Tell me that's not cool as shit, though.
Tell me what's going on, Mark. I'm listening. What?
Look at this house,
It
dude.
doesn't look very
Who's selling it?
Amazon.
Wait, how do you know Amazon? Amazon.
Because I'm on Amazon.
No, are they starting to list homes?
Yeah, no. It's a tiny house shipped. Look, 18.5. Takes 2 people 3 days to put it together.
Yeah, bullshit. But anyway, what is the
Look at it.
square footage?
300 plus the loft, which is...
That's cool.
There's the loft.
That is so cool.
So, but it
18.5
doesn't look very well
delivered.
insulated, though.
Delivered.
What's that?
It doesn't look delivered, and then plus,
they have to put a
what
roof on it?
about the plumbing? What about
No, nothing like that. That's a dry cabin. But what about?
Look at that fucking thing.
Okay, so then you
Clinton's
have to
laying
put
the
up,
dock.
other things like roofs and all that.
No.
This guy I've tried twice.
Asphalt?
Yeah, the whole kit. That's the kit.
What is it?
18.5.
It's not
on
insulated.
Amazon.
It's not
Tom,
insulated either.
heads up, from now on, when Bright Light's scheduled, he won't be here till 11.
Well, regardless,
He
it's
changed his
still
office.
nice, man. We should get one. This is our new troubleshooter headquarters.
I didn't
You
know.
know how I put the little dash?
We'll put it on the roof here.
Customer service is a big reason for their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and their thousands of Google reviews.
Look at this.
Check them out for yourself.
Look at this greenhouse.
There's no
This entire greenhouse is $34 with free shipping. Look,
No way.
there it is, bro. 34
Plan.
and free shipping.
Yeah, it's only
No.
1 feet high.
Come on.
Well, I didn't say.
It's for marijuana plants at home.
For one marijuana.
One seed.
So germinates.
We have to talk about it.
You know, Sears used to sell houses like that.
I know they did. In fact, the article where I found that one on
Talk
Amazon,
about that.
Sears sold 75 to 100,000 homes.
You know, I got.
They weren't tiny homes. Well, I mean, they weren't big, but they were kits like that.
Mark,
Yeah.
did you know that Montgomery Ward sold airplanes?
Yes, you told me that.
Look out, Montgomery Ward,
was the
1946 Aircoupe.
I was gonna say it was Aircoupe.
ERCOUPE.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
2,000 some odd dollars.
Did you know that the control tower at Stapleton did not have an elevator?
Till
You
Sears
better
put it in.
leave him
Till
alone.
Sears put it in.
It doesn't have an elevator.
That is true. I admit that. Yeah, that was funny though.
Was it Montgomery Ward or Wards? Montgomery Ward. Montgomery Ward,
Well, I
right?
thought it was awards.
No.
Yes.
D.
What?
No S.
Because that was his name, right? Montgomery Ward was the guy that started it.
I think it was 2 names, Montgomery and Ward, right?
I don't know.
I thought.
Oh, that could
Was he
be. I
related
guess.
to the Believers?
Yes.
Sears and Roebuck.
Ward's being very hard on the Beaver today.
Word was a little hard on the Beaver last night. What movie did they use that line in?
I thought I invented that.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now listen, Justin bought a home or condo, and now after he closed, he was given a warranty, National Home Guarantee. His furnace goes out. What's wrong with the furnace? What was the diagnosis?
The induction fan motor and the pressure switch died, and it's a fairly antiquated unit, so replacing them is not easy.
Okay, so the warranty company says, sorry, we're not covering it, as we would expect. Right?
Correct.
And what was their reason?
Because it was pre-existing. There's based on the effective date of the guarantee, there's no way that myself could have occurred that much.
Now,
that
do you
much
see
damage
why?
on the unit.
Do you see why I am asking if they inspected?
Yes, absolutely.
Because if they inspected and decided it was old, they should have excluded it. But the problem with home warranties, and this is what I love talking about stuff on the air where companies can hear it and make changes and benefit themselves. And they don't. They hear it every day. I do it when it comes to car dealers, when it comes to everyone. This business is just fundamentally flawed because they inspect and charge you based on how many appliances you have, yet not one of those appliances may be covered. And you won't know until you make a claim because pre-existing is not covered. And so it's crazy. You never know what's covered. You could be paying for 5 years for 10 appliances, and only one appliance was covered. You never get to know unless you have a claim. You're buying something blindly. And all they would have to do is inspect a home, exclude what they don't want to cover, and then just move on. Because you're buying something that you don't know what you're getting. Now, when it comes to you, you were given this along with the purchase. So I wouldn't, big deal. But it sucks. But your furnace is 26 years old. Justin, how long did you think a furnace would last? Seriously.
Well, I mean, I knew it was at the end of the life.
Okay,
yeah,
so you, in your budget, in your mind, you must have known. You must have had this discussion. Are you married or do you have a partner? Were you buying it alone?
I bought it alone.
Okay, so did you ever think in your mind, I probably, not maybe, I probably will have to change the furnace?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
in the initial,
all I'm saying
I want to see the contract because it's a bunch of crap. They sell them something, and now they're saying, you know what, we're not going to do it, but we'll give you $500. I mean, that's crazy.
Justin.
Yeah, so the initial inspection said that everything was in fair order, although it is at the end of its life. So you see something that says fair, and I jumped on it. With the knowledge it was at the end of its
with
life.
the knowledge it's 26 years. Here's what I'm saying to you. It's no great loss to you. You didn't pay for the warranty, and it's at its end of its life, and you knew it. But it is an issue, and that is if you truly do have a warranty, they better. Did they show you in the policy where it's well? It just says pre-existing. That's all they have to say.
And then if they noted on that it's at the end of its life cycle.
Oh, well, they didn't. He can't show me where they inspected. That's the other thing. If you can show they had knowledge, now where did they inspect or not? It's an easy question. Did they inspect or not, sir? Hello? Did they?
The home warranty did not inspect. A third party inspected it.
Okay. But I'm saying, did they do it for the warranty company? What was the purpose? You didn't request that inspection. What was the purpose of that additional inspection?
For the sake of the warranty.
How do you know that? Please help me. How do you know that?
From the seller and real estate agent.
If they inspected it,
I see where you're going.
If they inspected it, they knew you had a 26-year-old furnace and should have excluded it. That's the whole point. I need to know what that inspector did and why he did it and how you can have it benefit you.
See, Tom, to me it makes sense. They're saying it's too old to replace. We'll give you 500 or repair. We'll give you 500 towards a new one. That makes sense to me.
It makes sense. But they offered him that after the problem. It wasn't up front. They didn't say to him, we're excluding your furnace.
Yeah, but they did say. They said it was at the end of its life cycle. Maybe that is the exclusion.
That was his inspector. They had 2 inspections. Justin, Did anyone, the inspector from what you called the warranty company, did you call that inspector? I would call that inspector. And I'd say, you did an inspection of my home. Why? Just ask him. I mean, there's no secret. Okay. And if he says the warranty company hired me, then what I would ask is, did you advise them that the furnace was old and near at the end of its life? That's all I would ask. That's it. And come back to me after you get that information. That is such basic information that without it we can go nowhere. If they had knowledge it was an old furnace and they warrantied it anyway, screw them. But if you bought just another one of the ho-hum rip-off home warranties, absolute rip-off home warranties, go ahead. Now, some warranties pay for stuff. I get emails, oh yeah, Tom, I get more complaints than not, but that's natural. I get people who say, I've never had a problem. I submit this, I submit that. That's fine, good, if they pay. But I'm telling you that the way they stay in business and make money is by turning down most claims. Not honoring most, turning down most. All right. Rick, what's happening? Rick?
Yes.
What's happening?
I'm actually calling for my daughter-in-law and my son. They bought a new home, modular home here out of Fort Collins.
Okay, and what's the problem?
Well, when the home was set, the marriage line is not level. They've actually came back one time, kind of temporaried it.
Did they pay separately for that, or was that part of the deal, Rick?
That was actually all part of the deal.
Okay.
And then basically trying to get a hold of the company. They usually don't call back, or they say, well, we've told the guy there's nothing they're going to do about it.
Okay, so that's that. It all comes down to installation. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or the manufacturer. They're blaming each other.
How would a manufacturer be involved with the installation?
Well, like on the manufacturer, they've came out a couple times, and back by the back door it slopes. Oh, it probably drops roughly a half inch.
But how can that be their problem if it's put in wrong?
Well, the manufacturer says it's the homeowner, or I mean the installer. The installer says it's the manufacturer has a joist out of.
Oh.
That, so they just kind of pointing the finger.
Okay, so if you noted all of the problems right now, would they all be with installation?
I would think so, except for like I say, maybe the back door where it drops a half inch, the whole floor kind of leans.
Do you have any photos of this? Do you have any photos of this?
We do have some photos.
We need to see them. Well, okay. Well, if you can't tell anything, have you had anyone inspect this independently to tell you there's a problem and here's how you fix it?
No.
We have found that problems. We have found consumers who present not only a problem but a well-defined problem that has a handle on it. People throw up their hands when they don't know what to do to please you, and if they think nothing they do will please you, and they tend to avoid people like that. If you put a handle on the problem, clearly define it, and then present a solution, you're more likely to get it done because people want to know what you can do. In some cases, we've had problems come all the way to the radio show and almost resort to lawsuits when the consumer simply wanted $250 back as an adjustment, and the company says, oh, okay. I mean, the company never knew that. In your case, we need to put a handle on it. What exactly needs to be done? I mean, when you call the installer, do you say, we have a problem with this, this, and this, or do you say, it's not done right?
Both times when she called again today, one because now the...
Just tell me what she said.
Basically what she said is the floor is still not level on the marriage seam line, and we would like it level, so level and straight. And what she was told today was that she talked to the guy that done it, and that's the best he can get it.
Okay, and that might be so. Now, what you have to do is find out if there's an expert that says, this is wrong, it can be fixed, it will cost this much. Okay. You need to give me something. I mean, what if it is the best you can get? I don't know.
I wonder if Szymanski with Genesis would check it out.
I don't know if he'd know about a trailer.
You don't think so?
No, I don't know. Not really, no. This is a whole different ball game. Is it on a steel frame? Are we talking about two halves?
Yes. It's a modular.
Is it a modular?
On a concrete.
It is an actual modular, though. It's not considered mobile.
Right.
You don't have a title.
No.
Okay. Then it is, okay. Then it would be maybe, but if they're prefabricated and then brought there.
It sounds to me like it would be more of an installation
Yes,
issue.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. And we need to get someone who puts these together to give an opinion, and then you get back to us. Listen, when I give you homework, if you do it, we'll help you step by step. Then we'll get involved. The homework is necessary. I promise you, we won't give you busy work.
What's considered a half-inch off? Doesn't seem like that's
Well, it might be the actual build. When they build them separately, right?
Yeah.
They don't build them.
They're supposed to bolt together.
No, they don't build them and then cut them down the middle.
Right. So they build. It could be an actual build that's also like one of the.
That's what my dad has in Phoenix, is a modular, and the two frame halves that go down the middle under there, those are always drilled the same, so they'll match.
How do they bolt together?
They bolt through the beam at the bottom.
Just the beam at the bottom? They must.
They have. I don't know how they attach the top with the filler strips that's all the way around at the height.
Yeah, something.
But I know at the bottom, because I was under there, we were under there running a plumbing line, and noticed that there was bolts that bolted the two halves together.
I guess what I'm saying is maybe one and a half would have a little.
Well, when they put the plywood down, it could be very. I'm thinking there's variations down, even though the holes might line up on the steel.
Okay, guys.
Retail sales only. See store for details. Some exclusions apply.
John Fuller. He's the name of an attorney who will give you free legal advice when you need it most. He wants to find qualified clients to help. And of course, you need to find an attorney. It'll never do you harm to get accurate information up front if you ever experience a personal injury for any reason. And you're not sure whose fault it is, and you're not sure how hurt you are, but you need information. John Fuller, Fuller Law, free information when you need it most with a free consultation, 303-597-4500, 597-4500, personalinjuryco.com.
When Dad's modular was carpeted, you couldn't tell the transition in the carpet. They pulled the carpet out and went to tile it, and the tile guy said he couldn't. We said, well, could you run cement board over the seam? He said, no, we have to leave the seam there because they move around, it'll break the tile.
Yeah, but it's bolted though. Why would it move?
He said, they'll break they will. He said, it'll break the tile. He wouldn't warranty it unless he put a seam there too. But I know that when it was carpeted, we couldn't tell. When they tiled it, you could see it was off a little bit.
Okay, Montgomery Ward was founded by Aaron Montgomery Ward.
One word.
And Andrew Ward. No, Montgomery Ward. It was Aaron Montgomery Ward was his name, and then his brother Andrew.
Oh, his middle name was Montgomery.
Yeah. Ward had conceived of the idea.
What's your middle name?
Gerardo.
Gerardo. What's your middle name?
My Italian is Gerardo. It's Gerardo.
Yours is Gerald? What's yours?
Yours is
Gerald. Clinton.
What's your first name?
Ronald. I'm a Ronald Clinton Webster Jr. There's a third and fourth.
Oh, wow.
So if we had...
You named a kid Ronald, too?
Yeah.
And he named a kid Ronald?
Yep.
Is that confusing?
Not really, because my dad...
Well, he goes by Clint.
My dad used Ron. My son uses Ronnie.
It's funny when people name their kid the same thing, but then everybody calls him something else.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I've never gone by my first name.
I bet when your dad passes, though, would you then go by it or no?
I don't know. My grandfather was Earl Clinton Webster the Fifth. If we'd have kept going, we'd have had a ninth.
I just read that poll and said it.
American Pride?
Yeah, literally.
What's American Pride?
I don't know. Gallup did it. Are you proud to live in America? Are you proud of America?
Okay.
Was that? You know, you saying consumer confidence was down. Did we ever figure out what?
A little bit. It was no big deal.
I know.
The Chinese thing more than anything.
I think media just much. I mean, there's so much negative out there.
Well, yeah.
First of all, I've yet to hear a news station that doesn't preach the truth.
Yeah.
Or a congresswoman that lies. Never heard of one.
They all want to scare us.
Did you hear what that whole toilet water thing was?
No.
Well, in any jail, in any facility like that, because the rooms are so tiny, the commode has a water fountain connected to it. So her idea of drinking out of the toilet was people drinking, and that's barracks, it's everywhere. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
It's a one-unit thing. The top of it's a sink, and the bottom of it's a toilet.
Exactly.
The water either goes to the drinking fountain or to the top of the toilet.
Yeah. So drinking out of the toilet was that.
She's an idiot.
Wait, she said she claimed it was...
Women should be drinking out of the toilet, sure, big.
Women and kids were drinking out of the toilet, but it's one unit. Just like you see in a prison.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
not just a prison though. Barracks everywhere.
You know what? That woman is dangerous.
She's a nut.
No, media is dangerous. That give her the
microphone. Well, that's fine, but they showed it. It's good for selling news. Come on.
Well, they love to scare us.
So iHeart Guest is not working right anymore.
You can use ours.
I do.
I don't know if it's working or not. It's never really worked well.
Has David Salisbury been in here in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, he has. I just got hold of him. I haven't been able to get hold of him in months.
He's tough, man.
Well, I got hold of him today.
That sound again? What? This one lady. Everything looks good.
Ask the other people. Say, hey, is the one lady a nut?
She's on ours.
No, it's nice though that people tell you when you're screwing up, Dano.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, we are here. Short week for most. Tell me what you're doing. And if you would ever boycott a product or just not buy a product based on its advertising. Have you ever been offended? Really, I'm serious now. Offended by advertising. Have you ever wondered, or not wondered, but thought, I'm not going to buy that product. They suck. Anyway, Rick has problems with the double wide. Whose fault is it? We need to get someone independently to look at it. Otherwise, where is it located? Rick?
In Akron, Colorado.
Okay, that's way far. Well, I mean, for driving, right? How far from the Denver metro area?
We're about 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. And
yeah.
But it is. We'd have to make somebody or get somebody to make a trip. Have you ever had an inspection from a third party?
No, the only people that inspected it were just the people for the loan, so they can get everything finished.
Yeah, no.
On it.
We need someone to say, hey, is this like standard of the industry, or can it be fixed? The guy is insistent that that's the best he can get it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it that bad?
Like if you put a tennis ball in there, does it roll one direction?
No, well, he's saying that the line where they meet, what he calls the marriage line, they're not meeting evenly, right?
The marriage line does not meet evenly, but plus by the kitchen back door, yes, a tennis ball would roll toward. When you actually walk by the back sliding glass door, you can physically feel.
But when you walk in, can you see the shift when you walk in? Does it look like wonky donk?
And could you stub your toe on that seam?
No, because the seam's actually under carpet. So
I'm wondering how many are actually like that. I mean, bottom line, what's the big deal? And I don't mean that as an insult or to be disrespectful. What's the big deal? What is the detriment here? You can't see it. Nobody's going to roll a tennis ball. I mean, I don't understand the problem. Unless it's so severe, when you walk in, you feel off and it's weird.
Yeah, I think the main thing is when you walk on it, you feel the void or you feel the slope over there. And when they say, well, if it meets industrial standards, but I guess like
they're just frustrated. It's their first house, you know the deal. You know it, man.
Yeah. Or you pay for what you get is what we was told one time. And
yeah, but you got. Here's the thing, though. What did you get? That's the point I'm trying to make. Did you research the company? Were they nice homes?
Yeah, they all seemed to be
okay.
nice.
Did you go to the dealer that sold it to you and said, "Look, we paid. This guy says this is the best he can do. Do you have someone else who can do it?"
What they did, the original guy, they hired a temporary guy.
Well, we're disconnected somehow. I'm sorry, man. Kelsey, man, we're having a lot of home problems. Kelsey, is this Kelsey?
I'm actually Rick's daughter-in-law. So
oh, you're calling. You're calling. Okay, good.
I did not know that.
Thank you. So you're the one.
Yeah.
So Rick got disconnected. So, Kelsey, when you walk in this house, like, would you actually be aghast? Like, oh my goodness, there's something wrong here?
No. So, and everyone we've had in the house has said how beautiful it is. I think it's more the fact that we paid for a brand new house.
And you got a brand new house, right? It's new?
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's not the house that we took a walk through. Like, their show home was perfect. And they keep dismissing our issues. I'll send them emails with our problems. They'll ignore me. They don't answer phone calls. They don't communicate with me. And then they come and they do a soggy job.
What do you want? Really, what do you want right now? What do you want?
If they would fix those two issues, or somehow show me how it can't be fixed. If someone would just communicate with me.
I understand
decently.
completely. That, you know what? I think, Deputy Clint, why don't you just tell them that? I mean, you're good at talking to these business people. Just tell them that Kelsey and Rick, we don't need you back on, Rick, but let's just have somebody call them. I mean, Deputy Clint, just call them and find out what's up. What's up at the zoo, you know? Or is that not? That's not what they say. What's new at the zoo? And Ron, you have a comment on which one? Do you have a comment on this one or the last one with the home inspector?
Yeah, I had a comment on the one of the heater that went out on that guy. So my thing was he had 2 inspections done on that house, and one of the inspectors was his own inspector that he got to choose. And if that guy told him, you know, the heater was 26 years old and was about to go out, he had a chance to negotiate that price down on that house, and he didn't do it. You know, so I kind of look at him as being the fault of that too. I kind of also like to be a fly on the wall in that closing to see what the agent, if either one of the real estate agents or the seller said, hey, we're including this home inspection warranty. If anything happens to the house, don't worry, it's covered. Because that's
I know, but what they say doesn't matter. What matters is what they have in writing. You know, it's so obvious that when you have something that old, you're going to have problems. And you're right. They should have made it. They should have made a note of it. I think because it was old, they gave him the warranty to try to stave off any concern, and I think they misled him, in my opinion.
They put these people at ease by saying there's a warranty, and as we know, every single week there's nothing to these things.
I mean, I can't believe people are falling for this warranty thing. Maybe we ought to go in the business, Mark, and just say, hey, you know, home warranty, collect the money, and then have a form letter. Sorry, this is a pre-existing condition. Look at how much we could make, because you're, in essence, doing nothing for people. You know, once in a great while, you'll get them fixed. And I want to know why home warranty people feel they can do this. Now, there are tradesmen out there that call me and say, well, I've worked for this warranty company and I've done repairs before. I'd like to know what it takes to get a repair. Here's what I figured out, Mark. Minor repairs they do. Where they really give you a hard time is with the major stuff, like replacement and all that.
You remember about a year ago, Excel came to us and said, hey, we're going to start selling this warranty.
Excel,
that's the real deal.
Excel, we're talking about Excel with
Energy.
Energy, yeah.
I wonder if they ever did that, because they had us convinced, at least in the very short term, it was going to be good, but they couldn't show us the paperwork.
No, they had a warranty that I said was ridiculous.
That's right.
And then they said they were going to revise it. We've never seen it. And their warranties is the same as everyone's. It just sucks. I mean, and Excel Energy, here's what's bad about Excel when it comes to this Home Smart thing they call it. You know, their warranty, their repairs, all of that. They don't have great people. And again, if we have to go into the books, we can prove it. Just like we proved that one time they refused to fix that one guy's yard. We got them on that, and they just flat out lied about what that guy said and did. Now, they say it was a mistake, and I think somebody lied, and I think the poor PR guy got stuck with the lie.
Is that done and over? Did that guy get, that was like 20 grand.
I think they're fixing it. We can figure that out, but I think they decided they're going to fix it for him, whatever it was, or reimburse him for the drain.
Yeah, they caved in the sewer pipe.
Yeah. Now, the other one, you know, when it comes to this other stuff, we have to, this Home Smart thing, you know, we argue with these people all the time. Home Smart goes in as somehow some god because they're associated with Excel. They told this one woman the furnace was fine, just fine.
And it had a cracked heat exchanger.
It had 15 cracks.
Yeah, I remember.
And we proved it. Now, this is a company saying, oh, no, Plumline's lying to you. This is a fine furnace. Now, you have you figure, well, they're the power company, but they're not. They're just some schmuck that the power company subcontracts to. Just like when you go to Home Depot, you know, those installers, they're not Home Depot. They're whoever wants to do it for the lowest price. Just like Costco. The only problem is Costco. The only thing Costco, honest to God, to stand behind these schmucks. So get you another schmuck. But anyway, here's the deal. This problem, we have to figure out, is it a problem? Like, is it truly a problem or a standard of the industry? 303-713-TALK.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma.
I experimented today and took no aspirin whatsoever. And
Did you take the cherry bombs home?
oh, they're in my car, yeah. This
Do you want me
CBD.
to go out to the car?
No, I'm fine. I may not even eat them. I'm just going to keep it there in case. But this CBD stuff, whatever, I have never, ever had anything work. Now, it works a little better, or a lot better than aspirin, but I didn't take aspirin today. And I was in severe pain from working out yesterday, and I took this, and honest to God, it works. I mean, I'm not imagining it.
I wonder if it works for like a headache.
It's not like a miracle. I'm not 100% pain-free.
I had a headache yesterday and I took one of the cherry bombs.
I'm not 100% pain-free, but it seems like I can move.
I have nothing nagging to try it on.
So I moved the canine one up.
Although maybe I was going to rub it on you.
Pro Auto Care, your car nanny. Pro Auto Care. That means they bug you when things are due. Not really bug you. You get some texts or emails. And they keep track of your car like you're one of the family. That's what I love about Pro Auto and Alaramis and the team. Seriously. Now his son is a mechanic and ASE certified. This is a family-run, owned and operated business. And what I love about the place itself is how you get roadside assistance in between every call. 303 Pro Auto.
Doors are being slammed in your face, and bad credit is holding you back from buying a house, car, even getting a credit card.
Yeah, I better not take anymore. I don't.
Does it make you feel like anything like?
You know what? They say it has absolutely no psychotropic effect.
Right. But
honest, it does. It's not. It doesn't get you high.
But you just feel calm.
Yes, and I want to know why. No, but it is, and I wonder. I wonder why it does if there's absolutely no THC in it at all.
Could be just the CBD stuff.
But what is CBD really? I don't know. It just had everybody all of a sudden because it was.
Supposed to, I think what they say is it's just no THC in it. So there might be other things that.
I'm looking it up.
If you take a whole bunch of aspirin, that gives you a little.
No, I wanted to try to stop taking.
If I take like 6 aspirin, I get a.
CBD is one of 104 chemical compounds.
First through the 6th at Mercedes-Benz of Littleton. Waive your first payment up to $1,000 on any red, white, or blue new 2019 Mercedes-Benz in our inventory. Pick out your red, white, or blue Mercedes-Benz at Mercedes-Benz.
Not psychoactive.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your
Yeah, but
and think there's gotta be a better way.
without any mind-altering effects.
And I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sagan, star of Amy's hit TV show Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now it's your turn. Next week we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Denver area.
It can relieve
where
pain.
you'll hear about my proven flipping system that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket.
The human body contains a specialized system called the endocannabinoid system.
Take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing.
Can you believe? Now, how do they name cannabinoid after a cannabis? That doesn't make sense to me. So that's not really. That's the name of the system based on how marijuana reacts to it, because we're not born with a cannabinoid
And you'll also reserve a free copy
receptor.
of the Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Do you know what the most common disability in the
The
United
body
States is?
produces
Arthritis, you're correct.
endocannabinoids.
Healthcare has developed a proprietary
Okay, so they're
technology
neurotransmitters.
coupled with rehab to help your arthritic joints heal naturally. Check them out at downtownshealthcare.com.
I think if it works, that's true.
Absolutely. Before, now might be your time.
But you think it took some of the workout pain away?
I know it absolutely, positively did.
Take AIM, Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500. We've been serving Colorado.
How do you do a pain study with rats? How do you do a pain study with rats? Do you ask them, hey, does that hurt? On a level of 1 to 5.
You can probably tell by their the brain. The stimulation.
With your equity increasing and rates lowering, now might be the
How you feeling, Rat?
thousands in interest.
Pretty good.
Give me more.
Have you applied for a loan lately? Are you being treated like you're in an assembly?
What's the chances of pitching a no-hitter?
I don't know. What are they?
Because you get all your furniture for free.
But it's got to be no hitter at home, though, right?
Why? Wait. What are you talking about?
Over the.
It's one of these Furniture Row.
Oh, put in Google how many no hitters in a season.
A no-hitter at Coors Field. You're right. Chances. Let's see. Chances of
how many no hitters in the NFL? NFL. Zero. There's 0 hitters
in the NFL. In 2018, there was. Well, that's 17. 2.
There was 2?
2.
So there's very little chance.
Since 2000, here we go. There's 1 no-hitter for every 1,847 games.
1 for 8,000?
1,000.
Yeah, but that's all the teams.
Oh,
now you've got to take the odds of one team.
Was that 1,800, 1 in 1,800, was it?
1 in 1,847. But that's all the teams. You see what I'm saying? Now you got to take the Rockies and you got to put them at Coors Field and do it. So it's got to be 1 in.
Who's offering it?
Furniture Row. Let's do Rockies no hitters.
Coors Field.
There's been 1.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. Those listening on broadband, YouTube, Facebook, whether it's live, hello, or, recorded, or whether you're listening to a podcast or whatever, remember 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. And if you were listening, you know what we're talking about behind the scenes, and I'd love your thoughts on it. I'm not going to put it out there on the air, but if you're listening online, I'm just curious about it because I've been trying that product. And anyway, so, Michael, what's going on? What is ENT?
Ent Credit Union.
Okay, and what is Ent Credit Union? Where does it come from? An employee group or what?
It's here in Colorado. They deal with a lot of government, state workers, all sorts of things.
Let's get to the issue. What's the problem with them?
Well, my son had an account. He just turned 19, so it was a youth account. And apparently he hasn't used it for over a year because he had some issues with them, and
yeah,
they were just kind of
How much was in it?
Well, they closed the account.
How much was in it?
For $70.
Okay, and what did they charge off?
They said he owed $70 for fees or whatever.
Oh, he owed.
And
so you said there was $70 in the account, so they canceled it out?
No, my son owed. Apparently, when he had some charges that went through that were, I guess, automatic charges.
Okay.
And so they charged him back and charged him the overdraft fee.
Gotcha.
But
So basically, he had a negative balance in the account.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now what?
We found paperwork today saying that this collection agency said that he owed the money.
Okay.
So I went into the bank, or the credit union, to pay it off. And they said, no, we sold it to this credit system or whoever.
They don't own it anymore. I get it. They sold it. Right.
So they said I have to deal with them.
Exactly.
Now, my understanding, under the Fair Credit Collection Act or whatever, you don't ever have to deal with a collection agency. You can go back to the original debtor and settle it.
First of all, you are going to the debtor. They bought the right to. They can be a collector collecting their own note, but whoever owns that note has a right to collect.
Okay, even if I don't know if they bought it or whatever, but...
Well, hold on. Michael, that's none of your business unless it is your business. You want to make sure you are paying the right creditor. But that's why they did the right thing. That company said to you, well, you no longer owe us the money. We sold it to someone else. And they have a right to do that. They have and you have the obligation to the note holder, whoever it is, unless your original contract, which you didn't have, your original contract specifically noted that it was non-transferable or non-assignable.
Okay. I guess my understanding of the Credit Collection Act is flawed then.
It's totally flawed. First of all, there's nothing that even addresses that. So I don't even know where you found it. That where it says you have a right to go back to the original debt. Where does it say that?
I don't know exactly.
It doesn't say it, Michael. It doesn't say it. It's one of those Perry Mason moments. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen of the court, you know, that's the point.
Aha!
Aha! One of those aha moments that mean nothing. I'm Tom Martino. Hey, we got a lot going on. Next hour, you stick around. We're going to have fun, answer questions, take complaints on the Troubleshooter Network.
If anybody ever says, "Oh my God, this smells bad," smell this. Do you smell it?
So listen.
Don't smell it. It hurts
What is
when
the
I do
whole
this.
point? What is the whole point of this guy? What?
I didn't even hear.
He doesn't want to
You
deal with
lost
the people who bought the loan?
Oh, so his kid defaulted, right? Or him?
Well, his kid.
His kid defaulted and then sold the paper?
No. His kid had an account.
Yep.
With
Bank
the bank,
account.
with the credit union. It accumulated $70 in charges and
Negative.
was closed. They sold the
$70 debt
to a collector. The collector bought it. He went back to the credit union and he said, "I have a right to pay this off here." And he said, "No, you don't. I don't own it anymore."
Okay. But according to him, the Fair Debt Collection Act talks
says
about
he
that.
can go back to the original creditor.
Hey, somebody's asking on Facebook, what is the name of the CBD Tom is taking? Somebody's asking.
Honest to God.
Willie Nelson's
Hannes.
famous THC.
No, seriously. I'm not kidding, man. You know, Mark, when something you know what? I am so tired of this bullshit. People telling me, try this one. Everyone has the best. When I met with them, I, honest to God, was thinking it's not going to work. I was hoping it didn't work so I could just get it out of the way again. So I took it. Absolutely nothing happened the first time. Later on, I took a second dose. All of a sudden, I noticed I'm moving freely, I'm feeling good, and I thought, holy shit. It's not like placebo. I didn't want it to work. I mean, I was looking for reasons it wasn't working. Because that's the way we are when it comes to like all that bullshit, the stem cells and all that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't want to bullshit people.
Do you want to show you?
Yeah, it's panacea.
Let me show.
You know, my daughter.
Put it on
Where's
the camera.
It's been 6
I don't,
months.
and I, honest to God, I don't know if it's the best one. All I know, Mark.
Is it in there?
The second here, I gotta flip over.
What brand is it?
I don't know if it's the best one. The
I gotta
point
tell you,
I'm making is it's the best one I've tried so far.
There it is,
In
Julia.
fact,
I don't know if you
in fact,
remember
it's the
or not.
only one I've tried that works
Give
so
me it
far.
already.
So,
Like, this is an amazing
and
thing.
here's what I like. They bought the EPA laboratories up in Boulder and took them over. That's where they're manufacturing.
You should have them call in.
They bought the
Grant, have them call
entire
in.
facility.
Alethea, she can't. She runs a preschool. She's
What does something like this cost?
Listen, most
I don't
kids can
know.
take care of
I'm just
themselves
trying.
for up to an
I
hour.
want to write down my daughter.
It's a well-known fact.
just let it run.
The Montessori way.
There might be other brands out there that work. I don't know. But of all the ones I've tried, nothing worked. I mean, nothing did crap.
You've tried before, huh?
Oh, yeah, and they've done nothing. You know, these are THC free. They're not
Where does it
psychoactive.
say CBD on it? I don't even see it. See a Life Science FAST.
I don't know.
Hemp oil.
There, hemp oil.
But if you do get a little feeling, if you took that feeling,
it's not like
years.
3 shots of whiskey and a 6-pack. That marijuana kicks right in.
It doesn't say CBD on it anywhere.
Well, it is.
I like it.
Hemp oil is that same thing? Is that
Yeah,
different?
that's
Okay.
exactly what it is. I mean, I hope, you know.
Here, pass it back. I want to talk to Stacy and find out what she's.
I'm biased on CBDs because, you know, I see people that try them and it doesn't work, so they come and see me. So
I
Well,
know.
my daughter claims that there's.
You got to take. I think
Hold
you
on a
got to
second.
stay on them.
It doesn't substitute health care and chiropractic.
Well, that's what people try to do, right?
Well, of course not.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, you want to get to the root cause. You don't want to just covering it up. That's all. This isn't curing anything.
My daughter says that there's brands that don't do anything too.
But if it does
Probably.
people have a panic attack, that's a cure. I mean,
That's exactly
If it
right.
works.
If it works.
Well, you have to look at just smoking marijuana.
Well, for keeping people calm,
Actually, no, it makes it
Dano,
worse.
I mean,
Dano,
THC does that for
If
sure.
you want something, well, not for me. It doesn't.
Well, I'm
if
saying
you want to
in
stay
general.
calm, if you know somebody needs a spray, there's a sublingual spray called Rescue Remedy that is absolutely marvelous. When you're traveling and you're cold, if you do that, man,
What's in it?
It's a Bach flower remedy. It's their age old Bach. B-A-C-H. No, it isn't. B-A-C-H. Bach flower. Now Rescue has been around for years, and here's how I know.
Don't they make one with vitamin C too?
I think they make a number of them, Bach flower. But listen to this. You got to get the Bach flower Rescue Remedy.
It's crazy. I couldn't believe that.
And
is something that
here's how I know it works. You give it to a dog that's panicked and lightning and thundering out.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Under the
those
tongue.
settlement things. Yeah.
Rescue Remedy.
What is that?
Rescue Remedy.
Our friend has a dog that won't go in the car.
No.
Oh, it's just
No. It's a Bach flower remedy. No CBD whatsoever.
Our friend's dog has to be drugged into the car.
You guys have an extra water over there? Or?
Rescue does nothing for pain, though, Dano. That's just for calming.
Sure.
I had a sister-in-law that had panic attacks, and it helped her. Totally.
Bach flower, our solutions are brandy and water.
Bach flower? Well, but you only take a spray, so I can't believe brandy would do that. I don't know what it is. Look it up. I, honest to God, don't know what it is.
1930s they did it.
Did what?
Look up Bach flower rescue ingredients. Bach flower.
Remedies.
Bach flower. They're not all.
What's it look like? Bianca? Banana?
The Bianca spray.
It's so good. Oh my!
I was reading something the other day. Oh,
Cherry?
No. My nasal spray. What's it called? Just for allergies.
Flonase or whatever.
Flonase.
Yeah.
It says right on there. It says, "Do not squirt an eye." And I'm thinking, who in their right mind put that in their eye and shot it one time?
Listen, man. What is the one that's so addictive? Oh, it'll hurt you, man.
My dad was addicted to it for years. Afrin.
They say you can be addicted in 2 days.
Yeah, I was.
And the problem is, if you get off of it, you can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
So you gotta
I'm looking for the ingredients.
Have you ever done Afrin?
There's nothing in. There's nothing. Oh no, I'm sorry. There is. I'm
Just
sorry.
to breathe.
The active ingredients. What the hell is
Spray both nostrils.
Helanthithium pneumolarium, clematis, vitalba. Oh, here it is.
Oh God,
there.
Yeah.
Active ingredients.
Come to my free workshop.
Umbellitum.
No, it's bad. It's very addictive.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like a steroid or anti-steroid. It does something, but then
it's like for asthma or something.
It gets worse.
These, I'm telling you, man, these are unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap too. That Bach flower.
Yeah, that's great. Get it at Whole Foods.
What joy?
One side would open up good.
And
they make it for dogs too.
It's and they're the same.
It's a different kind of.
Well, it says rescue remedies.
It really does work.
My neighbor's Labrador can't get near a car. She's terrified to ride in the car.
You're kidding.
And they spray her with that stuff and go right in the car.
Go play kidding, sarcasm.
One thing to look at too is turmeric.
Yeah.
Just in general. For
I don't want a tumor.
Anti-inflammatory.
You guys telling us you get tumors.
I want a tumor.
You want a tumor? Get tumor from turmeric?
Turmeric has wonderful quality. There's so much good shit out
So
there.
does bourbon.
With Bach
joy.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Never had a company that was quite so efficiently run before. The service is impeccable if you're looking for garage door. You know, people listen to the show looking for products. Some people listen for advice. Other people just want to get mad at the radio or mad at me. Here's what's important to know. This week is a short week. It's a holiday week. People are laid back a little, so phones are going to be slower. So if you've ever wanted to call in to gripe, do an on-air review live, complain, ask a question, make a complaint of any kind, we will try to help you if you want us to. If you want to complain about us, that's good. And today we'll do what else? I love to do why Am I Special, where I allow people to call up and brag about themselves. We're going to have fun this week. So you can brag about yourself. Tell me what, not just in business, but if you are an individual looking for work and you want to brag about yourself, give out your Facebook or something for jobs. We can do it. So I want to know, why am I special? 303-713-8255. And then we will give you the dinger if you're special. And if you're not special, we're going to knock you off the air.
Oh, please don't pull out your dinger.
Yes, once in a while I have to, Mark. I just want to say that I have not used it in a while. And, hey, so, anyway, welcome Dr. Mike Hederscheit. And he's with Bright Light Chiropractic. How'd your block party go?
Oh, it was great.
What do you do this for? Patients, basically, your database?
On Saturday, yeah. We had about 23 vendors or so. A couple hundred people showed up.
Now, wait a minute.
Lots of food.
Is this a whole block party with you and others?
Yeah, so
other businesses?
We just shut down the parking lot.
Where you are?
Yeah, right outside my office.
Oh, that's very cool.
Face painter, bubbles.
So you all get together and do this as a plaza?
Yep, we got.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, and that's Dr. Mike, chiropractor. CBD oils, we were talking off the air, okay? People are emailing me saying that's not fair to just discuss something on broadband and not on the air, but I want to give people a reason to listen online, too. I'm not going to mention brands or endorse anything. Most of the CBD oils I tried did absolutely nothing. I mean, I don't care what they say. They say, oh, this is the best, and this is the best, and this is the best. They have rubs, you know, these creams, and then they have tinctures, or they have pills, capsules. I have never once tried one until the other day. And again, I don't want to give out names. I don't want to get really involved in this. I'm just saying I did one time online, but here's the deal. I took it the other day. I didn't feel anything. Then I took a few more. They were like 75 milligram, whatever that means, 75 milligrams, right? This is such a new thing. And then I felt nothing. So I took one more. I took 3 75s, and then I took one more. And about 20 minutes later, I realized, wait a minute, that dull ache is gone. And I mean that. I mean, it's gone. And I was astounded. But I had taken an aspirin earlier. You see, I work out a lot, and I get some pain here and there, and I thought, okay, sometimes it's really bad because I'm 65, right? So then I took some without aspirin. Same thing happened. If I took 4 of those 75s for me, that worked. This is not a commercial. This is nothing. I want to know if people have tried stuff that really works. Now, I will say this. Every single CBD oil I tried before this, nothing worked. It didn't even work a little. I can't even tell you it worked a little. It didn't work. And then on those rubs, they put menthol and all that crap in it. So, of course, you feel something when you rub it on. But, hey, Doc, I want to make this clear, and I mean this, Dr. Mike. I don't think people should, use CBD oils instead of getting a problem fixed. Obviously, it helps. But, with overall arthritis or stiffness or pain or acute pain, there's nothing wrong with treating pain, and it certainly will beat the hell out of narcotics. And I want to tell people this has absolutely no THC whatsoever in it. None. Zero. So I'm not talking about that crap. So I want to ask you, Dr. Mike, do you have any CBD? What do you have an opinion on the CBD oil?
Yeah, I think my opinion's a little biased sometimes with CBD because I have people come in that have tried it and it didn't work for them. But like you're right though. I mean, if it's something where someone has a lot of inflammation and really maybe you can't fix the problem, is it CBD or are we talking about other forms of drugs that they take? And as far as what I've seen, the CBD's been better than them doing that. Yeah.
Than narcotics. Correct, and even, aspirin will eat the hell out of your stomach after a while. But let's ask about this. Have you gotten people who have come in, they were on Vicodin in a lot of pain and got off it?
Yeah, definitely. Just from chiropractic care, Percocet and
because you guys get to the root of the problem, I'd like to believe. Here's the deal. What I'm saying is that there might be 10 other brands that work. I don't know. I just tried about 10 or 13 before this. This one worked. And there, as I said, might be another 10 out there that work. I don't know. This is not scientific. JR, go ahead. JR, what's happening?
Yeah, hey, Tom.
Hey.
You know, I love your show, Tom. I do. I've been listening to you for years.
Uh-oh, there's a big butt there somewhere. Go ahead.
Tom, let me talk here
All right.
for 20 seconds, and you can cut me off.
All right.
But you get so darn mad. You get so mad at people sometimes, and you cut them off, and I'm like, I get so upset. I'm like, Tom, let him talk, and I'm yelling at my radio in my truck. People must think I'm crazy.
Isn't that
but
fun?
I love your show, man. So I'm not saying it to be
so
mean,
JR,
man.
JR, when you're right, you're right. You're right. I get upset, and sometimes here's what I found is one of my triggers. Okay, it's when I'm asking a specific question, I can't get an answer. I mean, it's just like, and you might think I'm not listening because they want to tell a story, but I know exactly why I need that one little piece of information. Then I usually let them talk, but I need some basics now and then. There's another time, is when I say something and the person does, like the other day, the guy said, okay, I am pissed off at your referral list. I called 7 plumbers, 6 did not even bother calling me back, and 1... or not plumbers, but companies, and 1 called me back and wouldn't come until Wednesday. And I said, well, did you have an emergency? And he said, yes. I said, what was it? I had some standing water in my floor drain. Then I asked him this. The numbers that you called that did not call you back or did not answer you, that's of concern to me if they promise 24/7 emergency help. Or emergency help, did they? And he said, well, they're in the drain cleaning business and emergencies always happen. And I said, no, that's not what I'm asking. Did any one of those that did not answer or that answered and put you off till next week, did any one of them promise emergencies? And he said, well, emergencies are part of the deal. And I said, no, he just would not listen. Mark, what were you going to say?
Well, you need to be a little more calmer like I am and take more, just more steps to relax.
I have to be more calm. Okay, I'll take that into consideration since you are the milk
King of Zen.
The milk of Zen, right. Okay, Michael, what is your comment on CBD oil? Mike?
Enlighten CBD.
Okay, we're going to start like dropping brand names. I don't really want to do that, but what I want to know is this, Michael. If you know anybody, I'd try them all. I'll try them all out. Here's the deal.
Yes.
Why all of a sudden? Are you a user or do you sell this or what?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Michael, why all of a sudden in the last 4 to 6 months we've heard more about CBD oil than ever? We've always heard about marijuana.
It was that farm bill, I think.
And that's what Mark said when we met.
I agree.
This bill said you now can farm hemp without restriction and you can use its oil, right?
Yes. Yes. Yep. And
okay.
I agree. I think that's really what's kicked it off the last few months.
Drop by some samples, Michael. I wasn't kidding when I told you not one product worked for me, not one. And then yesterday or the day before when I tried this, it works. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's the best.
About is drops.
What? His?
Is it eye drops?
Are you talking about? What these are sublingual tincture, and it's a dropper, and you
that's what he meant.
Put it underneath your tongue.
Right.
Sir, yep.
Sublingual.
Buddha Farms, it says.
Seconds.
Yeah, well, drop some off, Michael. I'd be happy to try them. Richard has a comment on JR who said he has a gripe because I get angry. Richard, what do you have to say?
Tom, I can't believe that you haven't had a heart attack on air.
Oh my goodness.
The exasperation that I feel from the callers who seem like they have never had a course in comprehension whatsoever, don't know when to stop talking, don't know when to listen.
Oh, I'm not the only one. Okay.
Well, you're fine, Tom.
Okay.
Don't worry about JR. You know, JR needs to read Thoreau's book and relax next to a pond somewhere. I mean, you're doing a fine job.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. Finally, a man with common sense. Now, and why haven't I had a heart attack? Here's why. Because the ire and passion, while real, it's not internalized. I mean, no, there are times I truly get angry where I internalize it, and then I get really, it just bothers me. It's a terrible feeling. You guys all know what I'm talking about when you've said something and you know damn well you shouldn't have, and you're really angry. Like I called a woman a bitch one time, and I said, "You're nothing but a," and she really wasn't like that bad, but there are times people deserve everything. But that one was terrible. And here's what I want to say. Bottom line is, the anger is not real. That's what I'm saying. It's not true hatred or anger at that, and it doesn't become real to me. I am truly acting it out. Now, that doesn't mean I don't feel it. I just don't internalize it like that. Okay, anyway, go ahead, Mike. What's going on, Mike?
House.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What's happening?
Hey, I got a question for you. Do you get a rash from Cobra's hairy arms when you guys hump?
Cobra's I don't even have an idea of what he's trying to insult me, but I wish it was clever. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is he trying to say? Do I get rash from a cobra? Cobra, he said. Michael, if you'd like to like hone that statement to something funny or clever, I'd love to hear it.
This report is sponsored by
Cobras. But what's cobra?
Like a snake.
I know, but I don't know.
I didn't get any of that.
None.
And you know what, Tom? If you didn't get mad at me, you had no passion, and you wouldn't be good at the show.
If what?
If they drop off,
if you weren't angry sometimes, it means you don't have the passion to do the show. You have to be passionate about what you're doing.
I hope Mark has some really good crap for this weekend.
Hey, Mike.
I love when we get complaints from Vestos. That's, you know,
Say that again?
I love when we get
I've been here
complaints
for 6
about
months.
Vestos.
I've been in the hospital. Yeah. I was in the hospital.
No, I don't think we will.
In the burn unit.
No. Do you ever get rash? And from what? From the armpits of the cobra when you hump.
because of their hairy arms.
But I don't understand.
I don't understand any of it.
He's speaking in tongues.
And they were doing...
Okay, guys.
Slither.
Short, long. Centeno Schultz. The people who invented, well, Dr. Chris Centeno, seriously, clinical stem cell therapy for humans living. He was studying he's an MD, but he was studying the veterinarian side where they were using stem cells and then adapted it for human consumption. Years and years ago, people followed up. It's a true story. Dr. Chris Centeno, the first. They're right here in Colorado. I call them the best. What I mean is the combination. First, it's living stem cell therapy, not phony baloney stuff. They're MDs. They're qualified to do not just stem cell, but any other treatment you might need. And that's why they don't force stem cells. That's where you go for pain. And then they'll tell you what they think is best. Often, it's less expensive. PRP therapy or something similar. TheStemCellExperts.com. 303-963-9201.
You make a million top
Anyway,
every day. So here's the
they
easiest
were,
one of the
I
year.
mean, they did
Dell's Black
x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, everything on my stomach and my gallbladder, because the pain was unbelievable coming from it. The pain was so bad, it also made me throw up. So they assumed it was in my digestive system. Long story short, after all that, it wasn't. I went to go see Dr. Centeno, my wife's stem cell treatment on her shoulders. He saw that I was something right. He examined me and discovered I had
This is the most unbelievable offer I've ever heard from a transmission
it's
shop.
the nerve which injured there was referring to. By the way, he said, talked about chiropractic to use.
The man really thought he was making some kind of statement. He didn't even stick on to explain it.
I think he called it something else.
You made it. I have no idea. I mean, I can't even.
No, I think it was even a third thing.
I can't even grasp it. Something. None of it made sense.
Okay.
A hairy arm and a snake.
But yeah. Actually, he recommended. He said that. Because he was doing the castle with his finger to find the irritated nerve, find the area. As it turned out, the ribs broke right next to the vertebra, and when the rib broke in, it pulled the vertebra out of one. And so the nerve's in. But I went in for stem cell, and they didn't have to do stem cells. They did just the PRP part of it. Stem cells are a lot more tricky. There's like 9 steps to stem cells. And PRP is part of it, or the early part of it, and a lot of times they get that far and they don't have to go any farther. In my case, it's 2 treatments, well, I mean, it's been about 8 weeks, but In 6 weeks, I went from pain from 9 and 10 to 1 and 2. And now the 1 and 2 we're working on, but when you first have it done, you're a little bit worse for a couple weeks. I mean, it's doing it irritates that area. So I'm writing that kind of irritating thing right now. But he was talking about chiropractic, how the spinal cord affects the whole damn body. And here, I had some pain there, but because this was so much worse, I didn't really feel that back here. I know when I did it, we were unloading the stove off the trailer. I was walking backwards, and the guy fell. It was on the other side, and it knocked me back into the corner with another appliance. And I remember hurting. And it wasn't that bad, but it was the next morning. Well, in the middle of the night, I woke up with my stomach on fire.
Wow, okay.
But the nerves are just incredible how a little irritation on that nerve coming out of there can cause that much.
God. Why do you think they call it nerves, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got all the right people.
Look what a subluxation can do in the spine, like what he runs across.
Yeah, Dr. Centeno talked about that little tool that he uses. He called it something else, a thumper.
What does he do with it?
Thumper. He calls it a thumper.
What does he do with it? He uses it to test the nerve, though.
Yeah.
To see if he can make that.
Yeah, he didn't have one with him, so he's using his finger. But they use them there, too.
For pain. They want to inflict pain.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know that.
They want to trigger the nerve.
They'll trigger the nerve by clicking on it.
Yeah, to refer it to see if it's...
Yeah, to see where do you feel pain.
Yeah, because the pain's referred. And,
hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Bright Light Chiropractic. We love these guys, brightenyourfamily.com. So if you have any chiropractic questions, but we're talking about CBD oils and how they work for pain. And, of course, you never put off pain. Lower back pain could be just simple arthritis, simple stiffness and all that. It also could be prostate cancer. You never know. What I'm saying is it could be an alignment of the spine. I always think you need to go to root cause. And whenever dealing with pain, you know, obviously CBD oil can make you more comfortable. That's great. But it's certainly better than Vicodin and opioids and all of that. And it doesn't have any THC whatsoever. And I was asking people if they've tried any. And I've tried many, then one did work. And like I said, there might be 10 more that work. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just wondering if you've used it. Now, a guy called in before the break. We're trying to figure out what the insult was. I, honest to God, don't know what he meant. I know he was trying to be clever, and I'm sorry he stood on hold for all that time, and I know he thought I was going to be upset, but it wasn't clever enough to make me upset. And I can only assume you're a moron. Here is what he said. He said, do you get a rash from the hairy armpits of the cobra when you're humping? So somehow I'm doing something to a snake, and I should be getting a rash. But I've never heard of snakes having hairy armpits. I just don't get the visual there. I mean, it's not clever, and it's not making me upset. Now, Mike has a comment on CBD. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was curious. I haven't tried it yet. I have lower back pain. I have aches as well, and I wanted to try CBD oil. And I was curious, are you taking it directly oil, or do you use lotion?
It's some kind. This particular brand just has some chewables that you chew and put it under your tongue.
Okay, so you're not taking you're not applying the oil like
I did on the previous ones I tried. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but I could use it to beat my meat with. That'd be okay.
Okay, see, again, he's not being clever. By the way, I hit the delay. I hit the delay. Hello, guys who are supposed to be watching. Yeah, I hit the delay on this moron. So, just so you know, I did get it. Okay. Anyway, he said something, can you use it for masturbating, basically. He's such an idiot, but he used crude language. Why, people, be clever if you're going to do something. I guess, they let them home for the holiday from the
mental institution.
Yeah, so they let him home, and he's such an idiot. Be clever if you're going to do something. I don't mind clever humor. But anyway, Chris, do you have any comments on CBD? Chris? Go ahead, sir. His phone's cutting in and out. I hate to do that to people when they call. So, let me try one more time. Chris, how's your signal? Can you talk? I'm just not getting it, man. Sorry. I'm just sorry. Will, what's happening?
I just want to do a quick review for two different companies on your referral list.
Go ahead,
sir. So we used Rock's Heating and Air, and they came out. We thought the air conditioner was blown out, and it was just a small part they had to fix. It was only like $150. But they also looked at a blower fan in our furnace, and we had Plumbline Services out about 6 months ago to look at that fan.
Yeah.
And they said it needs to be replaced, and Rock's looked at it and said, "Nah, we just got to take it apart and clean it real well," and they did, and it all works perfect.
Excellent. Plumbline will often try to replace something that is on the fritz or on the way or needs to be serviced because they won't take it apart and do that. And other companies do that too. Others will say wait till it fails. Others, if they just see any kind of wet on the seal, let's say of a blower motor, they'll say replace it. Others will say don't replace it, just let it run. And then it just depends. I mean, you know, you're lucky that you were able to get Rock Heating and Air to do the disassembly and cleaning for less than replacing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because some of these guys, if they spend hours there doing that, it's not worth it. But that's great. What did Rock charge for that tear down and cleaning?
So we just became part of their service program.
Okay.
So they come out twice a year, $15 a month. So it was $39.
Okay.
It was going to be $1,200 to replace that motor. But I will say Plumbline Services has done great for us before with electrical stuff in the house.
But, you know, shopping is important. Well, even on the referral list, no matter where you go, shopping is important, comparing is important, and asking questions is important. That's why I never shy from questions about the referral list, whether it be pricing or judgment or timeliness or whatever. It's the only place to openly discuss stuff like this.
Plumbline's electrical, when it has that fine fixer free, what is it, $149?
You can't do better.
You can't do better than that.
No, not $149. Fine fixer free, but that's when electrical's slow. Will, you said you had two comments. What's your second?
Well, the second one was about Plumbline. They came out, and I was putting in a whole bunch of digital dimmers around the house.
Yeah.
And I arc faulted one of them because I'm too lazy to actually turn the electricity off. And it blew out the breaker, so I just had them do it.
Did it just break? Wait, it blew out the breaker, like made it the breaker defective?
Yeah, it wouldn't reset.
Wow.
I mean, I had it all perfect, and he's like, yeah, it's just a bad breaker. But then, at no additional cost, he found a couple other little things for me and just fixed them. So
all right.
I'm real happy with both companies. It was just interesting. Rock's, their service is just different as far as, like you say, taking stuff apart.
Yeah, no, they are good people, you know, and it's to each their own. Some people just want to get it over with, just, you know, remove and replace. Others fix. Others do a combination. But thank you for that. And Larry, you have a comment on CBD. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a couple of comments. One about the marijuana industry in general.
Yeah.
I see every once in a while, well, for quite a while, on the Sunday paper, there's a little pamphlet glued to the front advertising a specific outlet. And inside they say 10% discount to first responders and military. Now, if there's anybody that doesn't need to be using it, it's those first responders.
Except if it's CBD. I mean, CBD truly... yeah.
No, they're trying to sell marijuana is what they're trying to sell.
That's a good point.
Are you sure? I mean, that's weird.
And teachers get an additional 15%.
That is crazy that you saw it. Yeah, teachers. That's weird. It is. Now, Liz, what's going on with Terminix? Liz?
Hello. Hello.
Hi, what's happening with Terminix?
Hello. Well, I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. In December, I called Terminix out for pest control.
Okay.
And that was fine. So, because I joined them, I got a free home inspection.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so the home inspector came out and he looked around and went under my car.
When did he come out, Liz?
About March.
Okay, and how much did this free inspection cost you?
Well, it was included, you know, with my pest control.
That's a joke. What I mean is, what did he find?
Well, he said he found termites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and he explained to me and stuff like that, and it scared me.
Right.
So I bought a contract.
Wait a minute. You didn't get a second opinion?
Well, in the meantime, I had a guy I know come down. He went down there. He said, "You don't have termites."
But this is after you signed it.
Right.
When did you sign it? You signed it when?
In March.
Okay. Okay. And so you had the guy come when?
Well, after I signed the contract, and he said, "Liz, I don't think you have termites." But anyway, it scared me, so I went ahead and I said, "Okay, well, it'll be a preventative thing."
Yeah.
So, well, when I bought the contract, I bought the termite bait stations, and they were going to install vapor barrier in my crawl space.
That was all part of the contract. How much is this contract?
$1,532.
For life, or do you keep paying after that?
Well, I have to pay a couple $100 a year for the bait stations.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see where this is going. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK.
And then the bait stations, God, what was that? I think they ended up
I got it.
termites. What was that? You're doing your drawing there, Clint. His crawl space. I need to put a gas furnace in my crawl space. Clint did it.
What's that?
This is your crawl space furnace.
Yeah, I'm drawing you what we did. Okay. Furnace is basically.
But you
The
have
Summer Blizzard Treat Menu is here to be your next summer obsession. It's got 7 summer-filled
Okay, guys, 5 seconds. Now, this is something I actually did. I bought a whole house fan from QC of Colorado. It's QCcolorado.com, and I bought it because Deputy Dan was bragging about his whole house fan. So I bought one, and it's remotely mounted, and it has a short duct to the opening on the top floor of my home. That if the installation was less than an hour, so all that was good. And the remote control that controls it, there's no wiring in the walls or anything needed. It's wonderful. But within 10 minutes, I noticed the real deal, and that is the entire house felt better. In fact, I get 5 or 6 air exchanges per hour. Now, you use it ideally in the morning and in the evening, and that keeps your house cooler and better, and it clears out that attic of all the old stale air and keeps everything working less, like the air conditioner. In fact, I've used my air conditioner a third of the time. QCcolorado.com, 720-398-4510, one of the best investments I've made. 720-398-4510.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them, there is a way to do now.
That's what I was going to ask.
Be thinking of a special.
Straighten your teeth,
Not
your
really.
palate, take
Or
your
better.
jaw
Be
alignment,
thinking of any kind of special.
The higher rises
sleep
and the
apnea
pressure
with
comes
natural
down.
means.
Got a good one today.
Yours is, you probably don't get much hot air on that. Isn't yours super efficient?
The 95 and up percent furnaces, the air coming out of there is body heat. About 98.
Wow.
That's as hot as it gets.
And then you
Okay, snakes and hairy armpits. Someone tried to sell some snakes deodorant. Here, I don't know who that guy was, but dang, if he wasn't the best salesman I ever met.
There's a
Stinky underarm deodorant for snakes.
There's a thing on
But
there.
I don't know what that has to do with it. He's saying maybe he was trying to...
down, and I just tapped the hole.
I doubt it. I saw that email.
I don't know what it meant. No, he was trying to say maybe it was...
Pretty much, it makes quite a bit of water.
Does it really?
Yeah, I put a can down thinking I was going to be okay. I came down the next day, the gallon can was full and running over. So they make a lot of water, but you know, normally that's steam going up your chimney. And because it doesn't, it recovers all the heat.
Just condensation. So what are these here?
Okay, those are those flexible ducts.
Okay, that's those flexible ducts.
They're silver.
But you got more than 2.
Oh yeah, I got 7, I think.
And these here are also the flexible ducts.
Yeah, they're all.
Gotcha.
And that flexi duct stuff comes in 6 inch. They come about 30 feet long. really hard to cut it because it's got a
35%
wire in it. It's got silver and then fiberglass insulation and silver on the inside and a wire thing. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of times they're collapsed. And then the first comes on, they blow up.
I remember you said that.
And it was so easy to duct that cabin that way because it's on the ground, it's underneath. I mean, it was really problematic to run ducting. Just run the flex ducting. So it's, and then see, you know, your red 4 registers have a 6-inch connection on those.
Okay. Now, where's your return register? Where does the return come from?
Oh yeah, the return error comes down to.
That help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time.
I forgot to draw that in, but all I did was a big 4 register, 2, and another piece of that 6-inch duct.
So you also use even the return to the same type of duct?
Yeah, okay. Use it for a
How
return.
many returns did you have?
I only put 1 in. I should have had 2, but
does it suck a little bit? Does it need some more?
You know what? It depends on how tight your house is. If you've got a really tight sealed up house, then it's more of a problem making sure you return the air. But if your house is an old place that has some leaks and stuff, that hot air goes up and escapes out the window cracks.
When you have those window wells with an escape window, you need to make sure it is safe.
We had when we did the apartment building here, it was so sealed so tight because we were worried about exhaust fumes. But when we ran the furnace up there, nothing would come out. Air would come out of the duct for a few minutes and then stop coming out. Because it pressurized the room. And then, of course, we had a mouth seal below the door, so it wouldn't go below the door. So, you know, it depends on your return. You're supposed to have one. Sometimes you do. I know we did.
But under my arm, I used up all of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Renew Home Innovations. Call them for bathrooms. They have these bathrooms that they specialize. That's what it is. So you know you're going to get the best of the best. Renew Home Renovations. But this is like, I wouldn't put this in just any home. This is for the dream home. Now, they say they have a good and better. I saw the best. They do this wall system called Serica, made by Kohler. They use all Kohler products. 303-904-2000. 904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com. And they especially emphasize showers. They do beautiful showers if you want your shower rebuilt. Now, we've been talking about CBD oils in general, and then we have a problem Liz called about with Terminix. She paid a contract for $1,500 to have a bunch of stuff done for fear of termites. And she thinks she was misled into signing that contract because she probably doesn't have termites. Neither here nor there. I don't know what happened. I do know she signed a contract. And I do know she paid $1,500, she said. So where do we go from here? What is the actual problem? So far, I don't hear a problem.
Okay. Okay. So I signed a contract. They put the bait stations, and they were going to do the vapor barrier in my crawl space.
Okay.
So the fellow that came, he went down there, and I said, this has got to be a job for 2 people. And then he brought this really thin plastic. And
can you tell me what the problem is? Is the problem that you don't like the vapor barrier?
Okay, I didn't like the vapor barrier, and he informed me it was a job for 2 people.
I don't care if it's for 1 or 2 people. That really has nothing to do with this. Here's what matters. I want to know what the problem is, not what you think the company or house should be run. For example, is the vapor barrier inferior, or is it put up improperly, or did you not get the bait stations? I need to know the problem.
Okay, the problem is for a month, I didn't have the vapor barrier installed because I repeatedly tried to get a hold of the company.
Okay, so you're upset about how they treated you, but right now, today, is the vapor barrier installed?
It was installed on June 10th, but before that, I called and I canceled everything.
I get it.
Come and get your.
I get it. You were so frustrated. You wanted out of the whole deal, and so.
Well, because they wouldn't return my calls.
I understand. I don't know if you had enough to cancel your contract. I truly don't know. Here's what I want to know. Let's say you were still in the contract today. Let's just say that. If you were, is there anything you did not get under that contract?
Well, before they installed the vapor barrier, because I repeatedly had trouble getting a hold of them, I finally talked to a manager.
See, you're not answering. You have not answered one question I've asked so far. Liz, I promise you there is a reason. No, it's okay. I promise you there is a reason I'm asking specific questions. Here's what I'm asking. Today, if you agreed to stay in the contract, I'm not saying you want to, but if you did, is everything done, or do they still owe you under that existing contract?
Well, is what I'm trying to tell you. Before they installed the vapor barrier, I had trouble getting a hold of them. Then I talked to a manager.
What does this have to do with the question, Liz? You're not answering the question. You think you are, but you're not. And it's very, very, very important because it goes to what I'm going to do next. Right now, do they owe you anything under the existing contract? If you decided to stay, do they owe you anything, or is that contract,
yes, they do.
What do they owe you?
The manager informed me he would give me $500 back plus the vapor barrier for free.
Because the vapor barrier was done improperly? Is that why he's going to give this to you?
Well, because I had so much trouble getting a hold of them.
Got you. Okay. So for your inconvenience, he said, I'll tell you what, we will give you $500 and the free vapor barrier, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, if he did that, would you stay with them?
Yes.
Okay. But if they don't do it, you wanted to cancel the whole thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to call this guy and say, why did you promise $500 and a free vapor barrier and take it back? And guess what he's going to say? We didn't.
Well, I talked to him on the 27th, and I said, where's my refund?
Do you have anything that can prove this, like a text or an email? I'm trying to help.
No, I don't.
Okay, so
no, I don't.
Let's just call and see right now if he admits it. Hold on. Well, let's just, because if he said he'll give you $500 back and free vapor barrier, let's see if he admits it. Let's keep going here. Now, Larry, you have one more thing to say. Go ahead.
About the CBD
yes,
oil.
sir. Go ahead, sir.
A couple of weeks ago, I read two different reports that there is showing up liver damage from the people that use a lot of the CBD oil.
Really? What would cause liver damage in CBD oil? It's not processed through the liver. That's not the delivery system.
Well, you know, I don't know, but that piqued my
interest enough. It doesn't. For example, it doesn't go through the liver. That's not the way it works. So it's not like opiates. It's kind of impossible, actually. So you're telling me that CBD oil was linked to liver problems. Can you cite that study for me?
No, but I'm going to keep an eye out for further information.
Would you send it to us if you find anything? Because obviously that would be important.
This report is sponsored by Wyndham Hotel.
Sort of additive or preservative, maybe. That's in the pill. That's the only way I can think of possibly. If it's a really poorly made CBD product and it's a capsule with a bunch of preservatives in it.
I mean, if that is possible, right.
We got a wreck at Colfax, west of Broadway to watch out for. And the rest of the drive, typical delays in the typical spots.
Here it says there's also some concern the use of CBD oil may lead to increased levels of liver enzymes.
Okay, that's. Can you explain it though? I mean, in that article, when you
a marker of liver damage. Holistic health thing. I don't know how good
With more than
right, yeah.
I want to look it up. CBD oil and liver.
Okay. A great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think. Find one near you and book direct at Wyndham.
And then this is also when they do some of these. I mean, they really give so.
Let's talk about Plumline Services for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. You can trust PlumlineServices.com. I knew them back 17 years ago when Jeff was just starting with a couple vans, and then he grew the company under the Plumline theme.
A plumb line is a straight line that people use in construction where there's a weight on the end of the string to show them the straight, easiest path. Straight. And that's what Plumb Line Services does. Always honest, efficient, on time, and 100% guarantee of satisfaction. That's what they promise. 303-586-1086. 303-586-1086. Now, they say that they will do free second opinions on your sewer or sewage line or drainage lines, and you better take them up on it. They have their own drain division. And you know what's great about second opinions? They don't lie. If they can't beat the deal, they have to admit you have a great deal. But Plumb Line Services for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, and free second opinions. 303-586-1086. It was long, right? And I didn't... Oh, my God. I didn't know. I thought it was long. Shit. I knew you were looking weird at me, and I didn't know if it was just you.
Liz lost a phone number of the manager, the name of the company. She has nothing.
She has nothing?
If she finds it, she'll
Besides
call.
Terminix.
Yeah, it clearly said 30.
No, I grabbed the other one.
On the kitchen, the floor joists sit right on the ground.
Okay. Oh,
so we can't really get under there to run ducting properly. So we just cut a hole in the floor. The fresh air goes down the duct and finds its way to the furnace.
I really should have gone. Where's Mark?
So you really don't need a duct going to the furnace in a
I like that. I like that. You're right.
Yeah. So it's gonna find its way.
Right.
So they're really easier than you think it's gonna be.
You know, I agree. It looks
that boot on top. Those little things that go in are
Where'd Mark go?
He's talking to somebody.
And they have little tabs on them that when you put them through the hole, you bend them out.
Like in person?
And silicone caulking. All the stuff is all you can do it yourself. It's all easy. It's much easier than I thought it was going to be. PVC for the exhaust and air intake.
You know, some of these studies, when they give to people, they give so much to them. Like, you know, they say, you look at foods you're not supposed to give dogs.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Garlic, is that? Yeah. In that study where they did that, they gave them like 12 cloves.
Of what?
Of garlic. And that's what they say, you shouldn't give garlic to dogs. But then other studies say if you do give garlic, like...
What do they say garlic will do to your dog?
Something I think on the liver, but they were giving like 12 cloves a day.
Yeah, like OD.
You know, the only thing I did wrong with my
so like the CBD thing
is I chopped it up too small. I need to make it a little more chunky in the dryer.
Oh, the garlic.
You're doing like a small amount.
Yep, that's what I noticed. It was too much like a spread. I need to make it like, I like it more whole, not whole, but better, and a little drier.
It's like, oh, if you take it, your liver's going to shut down immediately. Right. Well, yeah, you gave him a whole bottle of it.
Please, Mark, come on back. I got to pee.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why you have to look at these studies, right? How they're actually done, and what the placebo was, and if there was double blind, or there's just so many factors.
I've had dogs overdose on chocolate. And the daughter brings them home.
Oh, the chocolate bunny, wasn't it? The chocolate.
She brings them home to school to sell.
Thank God, I didn't think I could make it to the top of the hour.
Sounds like chicken pot pie.
So here, please sit here. I'll be right back, please, and just do. Just go. I'll be right back, Mark. I really can't hold
to sell. They throw them on the bed. I got a bed, and the dog eats them.
Oh yeah, you get
stuck here.
No,
do you have a spot?
3 different times. No. All 3 dogs ended up with epilepsy. Oh, okay. So it does hurt them, but it didn't kill them.
What in the world, Michael Brown show?
In college, that happened to. We had a big bag of Hershey Kisses in my
Your shirt looks brighter.
My roommate's
in this
dog
camera.
was a puppy, ran in, ate the whole bag.
Mine?
You need to like look.
I'm bright.
Your dog, yeah.
It was the singing.
I'll buy you more Hershey Kisses. I'm like, I don't care about the Hershey Kisses. Like,
yeah.
Your dog's like, can I from this? He's fine. Nothing happened to him.
A lot of times you get diarrhea. I know they make a real big deal out of chocolate.
All right, that's it. I'm trying them.
I mean, the dog. This dog ate 50 of those chocolate bars.
50?
50 that she brought home. And it did end up with 3 times it happened. She did the same stupid thing. 3 different dogs. They all ended up being epileptic.
I had a Doberman that swallowed a fucking knee-high sock and shit it out a day later. It came out as a 3-foot turd.
Were you pulling it?
No, it actually all came out. I remember seeing it right out the window. I said,
Holy shit, I've never seen it turn that long.
And
it was solid.
Our dog ate a rolling yarn.
I can't believe he passed it.
And it had
Dogs
you're like, all right.
It's incredible.
I can find that chicken leg bones, right?
Yeah, you said that.
And then nothing comes out. There's no bones or anything that comes out.
There's something about if they're not cooked or boiled or
right, raw. It's got to be raw.
Okay.
It can't be cooked. Cooked, they'll splinter.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
All right, 303-713-8255. Don't forget 303 Martino works on and off the air. And, of course, help at troubleshooter.com for you folks that are shy. Kevin, what is your question?
Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, great show. I was gonna tell Tom I've been listening to 20, 25 years. Sounds like you guys are just doing generic phone calls today. And I was going to tell Tom that you were one of the best fill-ins that I've listened to with this show.
Well, thank you. Say it again.
Nice. That's funny. Hey, I like the Michael Brown show. When he was on, I listened to him every day, and then they switched him tonight. And then I seen where his show got canceled. What in the world happened? Did he really walk out of the radio station?
No. What do you mean walk out of the radio station? He got escorted out, sir. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but no, he definitely did not walk out by any means. It went the opposite way. I think he's got a podcast. Someone told me that, though. So if you really like this show, somewhere out there's a podcast. But he basically went the way of the dodo bird.
Oh, sure. I don't know why they switched. I mean, I know that.
Well, it's a very ratings-driven. If you don't have the commercials and the spots, I mean, it's like TV, it's like sports, it's like anything. The advertiser is the one that pays for the show. It's a fact of life.
Sure. No, thanks. I was just curious.
You got it, Kevin. Thank you for the nice comment. Thank you, too, man. All right. There's a man very smart, very well-educated, a man cut from the cloth. Robert, what's going on with you?
Hey, how are you doing today?
Good, Robert. What's up? What's your comment on the CBD oil?
Okay, I had orthoscopic knee surgery a couple of years ago, and after a while it did start hurting. I've been using the CBD oil, the salve, and I can walk all day long and never bother me.
What kind of milligrams do you take? Do you take it like once at night? What's the secret sauce, man?
You know, I really don't know. All I know is I put it on in the morning after a shower, and
he puts the cream on, Tom.
Yeah, you know, I haven't had a cream that works. Not even this cream works, but their tablets do. Listen, man, I don't know. I don't think it's psychosomatic. I don't think I'm getting a placebo effect because I had exactly the opposite feeling. You know, Mark, I'm very skeptical. I wanted it not to work.
Well, what I know more than anything, too, is the day after you work out, you usually work out twice a week,
and
you're
really
sore as hell.
I know, and it really works. Now, I'm not 100. I can feel a little tiny stuff, but it's not 100%. So anyway, hey, this guy wants chance, Mark.
Hey, Michael.
What do you play, Michael?
I'm a drummer, man.
Uh-oh, that means you're not too smart. I'll talk slowly.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just kidding.
Jokes galore. Here we go. Well, it takes one to know one, right?
Right. So you want to start a band with Chance?
I don't know. I want to check out his skill level.
Oh, my God.
I know. Well, see, if you are amazed and excited, that gets me amazed and excited.
No, he is really.
I love the fact he lives in a van down by the river.
Yeah. It's amazing.
A great backstory. It's a great backstory, guys. I can make a star out of him.
Now, do you have a band right now you want to absorb him or what?
Yeah. No. I got enough time for two bands. This is what I do.
Let's have them in.
Yeah, who?
Chance and this guy.
Now, Michael, just not to waste Chance's time, I mean, are you pretty good with the people you've played with?
Oh, yeah. I've been on the show here many times, talked to you over the years.
Okay.
And you've also helped me find a bass player probably about 7 years ago.
So what kind of drum kit do you have?
I have 6.
6?
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
What is?
Well, I love my Pearl set.
Yeah.
I love the Pearl. Yeah, and
nowadays,
I have a Yamaha.
Right. Yeah.
I've got a Yamaha.
They're all good.
I've got a Ludwig. Yeah, you know, and so you
New
know,
Ludwigs aren't that great, but the Pearls.
Well, you have to spend the money.
So anyway,
the bottom of the line.
Yeah, but
So
acoustic drum sets now, acoustic drum sets in general, man, they lose their value so fast because everyone is going digital.
No, we're not now. We're going back.
Is there a trend back?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that would be cool.
We're going back to acoustics with good microphones. And
you know, because I got
studio.
Except digital drums, you can be a better drummer on digital drums because the sound is so perfect, and also you don't have to work as hard.
You know, I just bought. Have you heard of these? I got a little mini amp. It's no bigger than this. Plugs right into your guitar. Okay. Then
They've been around a while.
Then you plug your headphones in, and you've got different. You know, it's almost like a pedal.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, they're like $35.
So you can practice silently.
Silently, which Suzanne prefers.
No, but that is so cool. See, with electronic drums, you can go near silent. You hear just the pads, but that's nothing. If you're in another part of the house, electronics are great. Mark and I have an electronic story. His genius got me into this. We bought. He finds these Chinese drums.
They're the best. Alibaba.
Anyway. You know, the actual shell and the top, except it doesn't trigger all the time. It's so erratic.
You know what? Maybe it was the guy that put them together.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think. Well, who is it? You know, the famous
Roland.
Alesis.
Roland.
Alesis
yes. Roland makes the best. They make.
Roland, The set I want for Roland is over $8,000. So
holy moly.
Yeah.
I would gladly sell the pearls and get digital drums. They just fit me better now, but I just can't.
Well, they're so big, man. Your footprint of yours. How many drums are in your set?
Well, it's ridiculous. I tried
like 100.
No, but I tried to mimic Neil Peart, his drum set, which is crazy.
Hey, Michael, hold tight. We're going to get your numbers so we can reach out to Chance for you. Hold tight, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, don't forget 303 Martino. We have got open lines right now. 303-713-8255. Don't forget live at Troubleshooter.com. Stay tuned. We've got a lot coming up, and I mean a lot. We're going to talk about everything that makes your life just a little bit better.
That is a skin. That makes a noise. It's a net. It's a tightly sprung net, and it goes boom, 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 boom. But it triggers like a trigger, and it's remarkable. I mean, it's just the sounds are beautiful.
Yeah, everything else is gone, dude.
You know, I'm not a purist. You know, these people, you're gonna have bullshit. I want perfection.
Roland is a great brand, though.
Just like electric pianos.
I'd say they're the biggest in electric pianos too, aren't they, Roland?
They're one of them, yeah. I love.
There's one they sell. And every time certain people, it's a huge piano. It's a, what do they call them? The big ones.
Grand.
It's a grand piano.
Not a baby grand.
It could be a baby grand as well. They sell it in multiple ways. But
the baby is like 6.
When certain people hold concerts, like Elton John, everything he plays on here syncs up to yours over Wi-Fi. And literally what he plays plays on yours.
No, they have that.
It's unbelievable.
They're giving live concerts. No, you can
in your own house.
Yeah, and so it's as if they're playing
at your house
live.
You actually
go
watch
online.
The keys go.
I know. You go online.
They're about $20,000.
They also have, but you can buy their CD. Well, now it must be a thumb. You can buy their songs that do that.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Billy Joel's having a concert in Europe. It's just like you're there.
Except you don't get the rest of the band that way. You get the piano.
No, that's true.
And then the rest of the band comes over the speakers.
I'm probably about the only one around that still restores player pianos.
What?
Oh God, there's so many parts in it.
You know how to do it?
Yeah.
You really do?
Yeah, I've got one.
Don't they work off a roller?
Paper roller.
With air coming through.
It's got a bar.
There's dots on it, right?
Yeah.
And the dots hit it.
Yeah, when the hole in the paper crosses the tracking bar, it allows air to go through to activate a...
Are you shitting me? It's air?
Air. The vacuum. It's actually vacuum.
Are you sure? Dan said that.
Oh, no. That bar, there's a brass bar.
He's not
and it's got 88 holes in it. You know,
for each key.
For each key. And then that piece of paper, when it comes over, has a punched hole. And when the punched hole goes over that hole, it allows the vacuum to pull through the thing.
Does it suck or blow?
Well, I thought so. Wait a minute. So the wheel
has
just has multiple holes in it.
The paper. I'll bring a paper roll in. Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the paper. I'm talking about
the thing that spins.
Well, the paper's on a roll.
Then what?
And it rolls on another roller.
Oh, I see. It's just feeding it.
What? Oh, what is it? And then it runs out.
Yeah, it runs out.
And then you reload it.
Yeah. Well, you just push the.
So what are the holes going? What is the paper going over?
holes in a tracking bar.
Okay.
The bar has 88 square.
And there's 88 places on the paper.
Yeah, and 88 places on the
Wow,
paper.
man.
And what's really good about player pianos is
How do they do sharps and flats?
Kids in a small town.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
One next
but
door.
you know how
so-
you talk about tracking
it was-
over,
it
playing
was
over
sitting
things.
over to hit the
The
block.
player pianos,
It was cool.
a guy will
Yeah,
play,
they
and then
are.
he'll play over. When
What's
they
remarkable
and
is
they can play
how
3
long
or
they've been
4
around, and
different
someone came up with
things
that.
on the same roll. 3 or 4 different parts of like 3 or 4 different pianos playing at the same time on one roll. So they can play things you can't play, a human can't play.
Wow.
Same with
Some
digital.
pretty good humans.
Well, unless they got 4 sets of hands.
The same with digitally.
Yeah, digitally you track over it, but they tracked over those back then. I'll bring a roll and show you a picture there.
I wonder if there's any people with like 6, 7 fingers that play. I bet there is somewhere.
So you have a player piano?
Yeah.
I've
always had one.
Yeah, but these new ones where you can watch a live concert, there's nothing like
the
that.
new player pianos are on a CD. They run on CD.
Right. CD
The old
or
ones.
just
The reason I like
you might do a digital
yeah.
plug-in like that.
I love mechanical stuff, and a piano has.
Yeah, I bought
tens of
that little.
thousands of moving parts.
I actually placed the order for that little
I mean,
amp
is it
yesterday,
leather
man.
or felt
It's this
or
big. Plugs into your. It's really not an amp.
It's either leather.
Well, I guess it does amplify.
So is it all? If you unplug it, can you hear it?
No, because you got to plug headphones into the amp.
Gotcha.
So everything comes through the headphones, but it's like being plugged right in, and then it's a pedal that has different distortion levels. I mean, it's really cool. For $30,
You buy
it's made by
keyboard
Vox.
from a company. You buy keyboard pre-made, the keyboard and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
they were modular.
Okay.
You buy a keyboard for an upright or a grand. And by the way, a baby grand is 6 foot.
What do you think
under.
the hardest instrument is to play? You think
I've heard
strings?
woodwinds.
Oh wow, it's true.
Woodwinds are just
It must be
ridiculous.
bagpipes because they all sound like they
Yeah,
have
that's
one.
true. I hear they're really hard.
They all sound like.
What are you doing on a bagpipe? So you fill it with your own air, right? And then you squeeze it out. Where does the air come from?
Yeah, the bag.
You blow it in.
You can blow. You know, the thing about it is your mouth has nothing to do besides blowing air. Whereas every other instrument, you gotta, form the notes.
How many keys or how many?
I think an accordion would be tough.
Yeah, that would.
Because you're going like this here
Yeah, and you got 2
constantly.
sets of
How about the
keys.
fucking harp?
No.
Yeah.
Harp? No. Why don't they make the harp so it stands up? Why do they got
A concert harp has 5 pedals.
A what?
A concert harp has 5 pedals.
They got pedals?
They got pedals.
Just like a piano.
Remember George asked that one girl.
You know, Stephanie Major did
Harp
performance and music and it's journalism, but piano was her second major.
Piano's.
I can't play a note of anything.
I think piano's probably. Ultimately, if there's only one thing being played, piano I think would be the best.
I have no.
Yeah, that's right.
Still
Because
don't.
overall,
I can play Guitar Hero.
can
Played that before.
Yeah,
can
I
sound.
that game.
It's got everything.
You're
As
right.
much as I
If
can.
you had to pick one instrument,
My
that's
friend
it.
said
I always grew up
I
playing
couldn't
sports.
You don't hear going to a concert and just hearing the guy.
Just let
Occasionally.
it grown up, but
I've seen some guitar players that
I don't
can
know
do
anything.
the bass, the rhythm,
I
the
love
lead,
the
and the
pedals.
drums.
They got mechanics on.
Can I look him up?
Piano has
Who was that guy you
mechanics
said?
on.
I want to look him up.
Which one?
That one you said that did that.
Oh, I'll send you the link. Wait till you see this
You
dude,
can't make any
man.
noise when you push the key. All the action has to be completely silent. So you're only hearing.
In fact, I found it. There's 2 of them. I found another
The
guy.
actual sound shouldn't be coming from that one spot.
And really, what's in a piano is a harp played inside.
Salary-based mortgage consultants today, it takes just 10 minutes to start. There's no commission, no obligation, no pressure. There's never
So you can repair all these things
just
and
a
play
loan
them.
customized for
Yeah,
your
unfortunately here in
needs.
Colorado,
You might even be able to
antique
delay
pianos
up to
come here.
2 months
It's so dry here they dry out and crack.
You have nothing to lose except
And
a
the
bunch of
soundboard
interest
and
Here's one. What do you call a
the big
drummer
thing
without a
is the
girlfriend?
pins, the tuna piano, the wooden pins
What?
are driven in like real tight hole.
What was it?
I love it.
And so it's the resistance that in.
Here it is right here. His name is Mike Dawes.
Thousands of
I'll send you the link. You don't even got to hear it. You can see him.
You get a crack when you do that pin block.
It's an incredible guitar player.
Yeah, it's really.
But he plays.
There's not many out here then.
He starts
They gotta be
doing the bass,
if they were
then he adds in the lead, and you start seeing his fingers down here moving. Then or the rhythm. Then he throws in the lead, so you see this hand start doing this. Next thing you know, there's fucking guys like this. Then he brings in the drums.
Remember the address, but it's because it's privately owned. And a piano, when in 1919, a piano.
Fuck, he's incredible, man. There's other guys like this, but he does it on one guitar. I've seen a guy that had a guitar that had a guitar, and a bass, 3 different. That's different. This guy does it all on one acoustic. I sent you the link.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. We are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life just a little easier. So, what is on your mind today? Call us, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Approval Reverse Mortgage. Don't even think about getting a mortgage without Approval Reverse, okay? Those are the ones, approvalreverse.com, because the other ones won't be honest with you. You shouldn't get a reverse loan unless it's apropos for you. You got equity, you're older. There are ways to do it that can benefit you. And you don't ever, ever lose ownership of your home unless you want to, you know, and then you can sell it. And that is approvalreverse.com. Chris just got a scam call he wants to share with us. What do you want to do? All you have to do is call us. Dr. Mike Hederscheid's with us from Bright Light Chiropractic, brightenyourfamily.com. And I do have some emails for him. Chris, what about this scam call? What are you calling about, bro? What's happening?
I just got it, Tom.
What did they say?
They say it's a recording saying they're from the Social Security Administration and that they suspended my Social Security number.
Why?
That's just.
Okay. I mean, what reason do they give? I know it's not the real ones.
Lack of payment or what?
We've had this before, but I often wonder: was this a message or did you talk to him?
No, it was a message, and it said you had to press 1.
Okay. Did you get a callback number that they left?
No.
Ah, doggone it. There's no callback number?
I mean, there's no
not caller ID.
Number,
not caller ID. A callback number, because caller IDs just are spoofed.
Yeah, that's all I got is the caller ID.
Okay, never mind.
He just made
Thank you for letting us know, Chris, because I want to remind people, the Social Security Administration never, ever will conduct business by phone. Not unless you call them and you're calling, their number. They still will confirm everything with emails on account. They won't even give you the email. Mark?
I got that fax this morning, and my uncle died in Canada.
Your uncle died and you have money coming.
$10 million.
No, was it $10 million?
$10 million, but I get 45% of it.
Oh, cool. All you have to do is send $500.
It's the best.
All right. Mary?
Hi.
What's going on? You have a comment on CBD oils. I was talking about this. It started off the air. I was talking on broadband. Those listening live on YouTube, live on Facebook, or on the iHeartRadio app, or in certain areas, we stay up on broadband while we go to commercials and people listen to us. And I was saying I've tried several CBD oils. None of them worked. This is the first that worked. I'm not saying it's the only one that works. I'm saying it's the first one I tried that worked, and it's in the form of chewable tablets. And so anyway, what is your comment on CBD oil?
The one thing that I want to tell you is the information I was given is that doctors are hesitant because of the interactions of the CBD oils and current pharmaceuticals you may be taking.
Could happen, I guess. And the other guy that called, I just want to make a note of this. He said liver damage, it can cause liver damage. Now, I said, well, it's not even processed by the liver. That's not the delivery system. But we found some articles that said it wasn't that going through the liver doing it. It was some kind of liver enzyme affected by it. So, I mean, we just found some articles. We're not sure. I don't really know. Right. I hate to be in this position where we're discussing something and I can't give you the pros or the cons other than to say it really does help with pain, and this one does for me. But I don't know what it's doing to my body. I'm hoping you're telling me it doesn't have good effects.
Well, my doctor said the studies are trying to show interactions
of course
with other drugs that you may be taking, and so kind of sit back and wait. Don't be jumping on the bandwagon because you could be doing damage.
That's like with anything.
Yeah, that is with anything, and I guess I am kind of.
You've been on it for what, a day? I mean,
2 days.
Some of your hair's falling out.
Yeah. Really, we shouldn't joke. I mean, we're so likely to try stuff, but I thought, before it could go on the market, this is what I thought. I thought it had to have FDA certification,
not for what it does, not proof, not clinical trials, something called GRAS. Now,
I wonder if our stem cell guys would know the answer to that.
And GRAS means generally recognized as safe. So I'm going to Google are CBD oils GRAS under FDA? GRAS under FDA. Let's see what it says. Okay, it says response to 3 GRAS notices for hemp-derived. So I don't know. I thought it was I thought it had to be generally recognized as safe to get on the market. But it says here, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has completed its evaluation of 3 GRAS, generally recognized as safe notices for hemp seed-derived food ingredients. The GRAS notices were submitted by Fresh Hemp Foods. The agency has no question. Anyway, it doesn't say. It says foods containing hemp seed and hemp seed-derived ingredients and oils, blah, blah, blah. Although hemp is generally the same species as cannabis, there's no THC. The GRAS notices are for 3 hemp seed ingredients. Anyway, they don't say what they did yet. It just says it's a response. I don't really know what the response is. So I don't know if they're safe or not. I honest to God don't know. I mean, right, you know, Dr. Mike, you don't know anything about CBD oils, right? I mean, what do you use in your practice? Just adjustments, basically? Is that it?
Yeah, we just do adjustments. I don't worry about the CBD. I think as time goes on, we're going to find out more and more that it might not be the best thing for us to take, especially like Mary's saying with the drug interactions.
What I like about you is you're just the genuine real deal. I mean, Mark, you don't understand. The chiropractic industry is packed with experts who pitch them on extras, on how not to be a chiropractor. I'm telling you, some chiropractic offices, they do more and more other stuff than they do actual chiropractic. Mike does nothing except chiropractic. He does chiropractic adjustments. He does evaluations, thermal scans, all the digital x-rays, everything, but he doesn't do any hocus-pocus other stuff. You know,
Grant came in right before the show started on the 11 o'clock hour when Mike showed up. And who was that, Grant, that got I've never heard Grant come in just bragging about how well something worked. Who was it?
One of my girlfriend's friends, she's a preschool teacher, and she hasn't even been able to stand at work lately. She's had to sit down all the time, tried 10 different chiropractors, finally convinced her to go to Dr. Mike. She said she felt immediately better, put money down for months into the future.
That is so cool.
Loves him.
Oh, my goodness. So she just loves him. And it happened with Dan. Deputy Dan went and loves him. And chiropractic is obviously indicated for many ailments. Now, again, that gets into controversy where a chiropractor will tell you no matter what's wrong, chiropractic will fix you. No matter what's wrong, it helps your body fight it, but it's not going to necessarily fix it. And I don't know, Dr. Mike, about the industry. There are people who say, well, yeah, I have this and I'm going for this. And it's not, chiropractic is not indicated for that. What's your overall philosophy?
Yeah, definitely. We're looking at not just symptom relief, because I mean symptoms are important to people, but more so function. So if I can get the body working better, functioning better, yeah, some things will work its way out, but I'd never claim that I can cure anything. It's just more of getting the body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. Yeah.
Right, and that can never harm you. 303-713-TALK. Fireworks are coming up. And we really should have some discussions. You do not realize what a toll it takes on your pets. You really have to take that into consideration. You may not be home. You don't know it. You leave your dog out. I mean, that could be a problem. Or inside the house, you know, maybe you should put some music on if you're going to leave them alone. Really, you know, they can hear so much better than us. I remember my dog reacting one time, and I'm way out in the country on top of a hill. And then off in the distance, you can hear, you know, that kind of almost not a noise. And it turned out that that was scaring him. Kevin, what do you have to say about fireworks, by the way?
Okay, I'm the guy who called the other day and blew it about the heavy artillery that goes off here on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
What I didn't do is I didn't give you the location over the air. I didn't want to give myself away, so that's where I got screwed up.
Okay, but what we didn't understand about your comment is were you complaining about it?
Well,
we didn't understand why you called.
Well, it's just so unusual, and it's the only pops and bombs going off are down there at this industrial park, I'll just say.
And it's only during what? Certain holidays?
Yeah, 4th of July and New Year's. But 4th of July is the big one.
Okay, Kevin, now I want to ask you. You called and said there's a particular specific industrial complex where these weird noises come from on 4th of July and New Year's. Okay, so then why? Why are you calling about it? You're just to tell people? You didn't even tell us where the complex was.
I know, I did want to do it over the air.
I know, but Kevin, you have to understand how your call sounds. Tom, I want to tell you, there's some weird popping and explosion noises coming from a certain facility, and it only comes during 4th of July and New Year's. And I'd say, big whoop, it's 4th of July celebration. In other words, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm trying to ask you, what point are you making?
Oh, well, it lasts 5-6 hours. It sounds like it said that 68 Tet offensive.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
They have an unlimited amount of gunpowder, these people.
Okay, and what are they celebrating the 4th of July, or do you think they're covering something up? I don't know the point of your call.
The 4th of July is probably the excuse, but I mean, 4 or 5 hours of this intense explosions. I'm surprised the cops haven't been. I'm sure they've been notified, but they don't do anything.
Why don't they do anything? But it's only 2 days a year. Okay, so for 5 or 6 hours, you have to endure this celebration. What is the big deal? Is it like, do other neighbors notice it? Are they upset?
Man, I don't know. A lot of people like to keep their head in the sand, but I have a brother who lives over here. He hears it. He's underneath his bed. He's a Vietnam vet. It's 4 or 5 hours of constant explosions.
Okay,
man.
I understand.
I couldn't do that.
And you don't
think like these things off.
And no, I understand. You're saying it's ridiculous. Now it's coming up now because the 4th of July is coming up. Is that why you're calling about it?
Yes, I thought I'd get one of your deputies down there and
you didn't tell us where it. You didn't tell us where it is, Kevin. That's the point.
I know it's okay. Yeah, do that off the phone. Off the air. I don't want to let.
Why?
If they're listening, I don't. Well, I don't want to know about it. It might screw up their plans.
Who's listening? Do you think it's the CIA or something? What are we talking?
No, it's a trailer park. It's like the.
All right, hold on. Suzanne, get the location for us so we can have somebody go down there.
Sounds perfect for Deputy Dan.
And I'm just going to, as soon as we find out where it is, I'm going to publicize it, but he doesn't have to know that. There's nothing.
So
Serena,
where's tinfoil hat?
Serena, do you have any idea what Kevin's talking about?
If it's an industrial place, it could be acetylene bombs. I don't know if you even know what those are.
No, what are they?
They fill them up with the gas, like big bags, and they blow up.
Why do they do it?
Because they're idiots. They're just idiots.
I mean, is it a celebration?
I don't know. It's a fun thing that a lot of your welders will do, and sometimes they're really very dangerous.
Have you done it, Deputy Clint? Speaking of idiots, no, I'm just kidding. Deputy Clint, what do you do? You guys obviously have fun. What do you do?
You set a torch acetylene to the hottest flame.
Yeah.
Blow it out until either a trap.
And then what? Light it so not be far away from it. Oh my goodness, you amateur men. Okay, well, thank you. Maybe that's what they are doing, but I still don't know. Suzanne, did he say where it is?
Yes.
Okay, we'll find out where this weird place is and what is going on.
This report is sponsored by...
No, I could see doing it.
He thinks he has this weird
Because you could do a bunch of balloons.
They say his brother
and then just
has
like
PTSD.
Well, I don't think they
somebody.
We used to take a helium balloon and tie it to it.
Do I have to do a spot?
And then we would make a cannon fuse out of, take gunpowder, make a paste out of it, wet it, and then put string in it, let it dry, and then you have a fuse. And let them go up and go up.
So they go way up in the air?
Yeah.
Oh, here, babe.
Yeah, down the ground, you got to worry about blowing out windows.
Shred it or whatever.
It's a hell of a shock. It's actually enclosed. It goes in and back out. So the shockwave.
No, they're in my car. I can get them. Or Daphne. No, here. Better yet. They're not where I usually put them, damn it. I can get them. I'll get them after the show. And we'll post them.
Oh, wow.
They're really
How
loud.
do they light on fire?
Huh?
How do they
Well,
light
we
it
put
on?
a fuse on. We put a fuse on.
Okay.
We would send them up on a helium balloon.
QC of Colorado, that's the company that put in my whole house fan. QC. Now here's how you find them. Q as in quiet, C as in cool, and it is QCcolorado.com. And I have found immediate results. First, that day, within 10 minutes, my house felt cooler. It was just coming in at evening. I turned it on. But no matter when you use it, the very first benefit you have, okay, you don't have to keep your air conditioner on when you're out. When you come home, the very first thing you do is turn it on and get all that old, hot, stale air out of your attic. And then, even if it's hot outside, you start that. Then you start your air conditioner. Then you turn the whole house fan off if it's in the middle of the day. And then you turn your air conditioner to a comfortable level. Then in the evening, you turn your air off. Just when the sun starts going down, you turn this on, it cools your house. It's just unbelievable. And then you do it again in the morning. I've used my air conditioner 1/3 of the time. 720-398-4510. 720-398-4510. That's 720-398-4510. QCcolorado.com.
For demolition derby, you got to take all the glass out of the car.
Yeah, you do, right?
Yeah, so my friend thought he'd take a 30-gallon trash bag full of oxyacetylene and put it in the car.
To blow them out?
To blow all the windows out. It blew one of the doors about 200 feet across the parking lot into another car.
Wow.
My first welding class, that's they filled one with oxygen, one with just acetylene, and then one with both. Oxygen, of course, does nothing. Then he would light it. Acetylene goes.
Yeah.
Like that, and a lot of carbon.
Who?
Black smoke.
Hello. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I have no idea. Sorry. Let's just talk. Serena has a comment. I think I took Serena's call on Kevin. We don't need that. And then, do you need to take another break? Okay. After that, do we have more? Okay. So I need to take another break, and then we'll come back with more. Okay.
Or looking for a job.
I lost my place. I thought it would. What would be? We're not. It wouldn't. What would matter if we just held it? Do we have a lot of spots left? Are we like only in the middle?
So it goes in and out.
So we had a lot left, not just. Okay.
Oh, it's.
And I can see what they do. I'll bet you that's what it is welders, and they just fill up a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
And then they.
You can light them.
You threw a firecracker in there. It just go.
Well,
I'm sure.
when we were kids, you know what?
I mean, how big of a pop is it? It dissipates really quickly, acetylene, right? The Raleigh House is an addiction treatment center. Established, it was started on Raleigh Street. That's why we call it the Raleigh House. Right now, they have 3 or 4 locations in Denver, including a country facility, a rural setting that is beautiful. Now, you know, they're all about treating addiction, but they are also about giving out information, because it's not the kind of thing you just join. You just call and say, hey, let's do it. It's something you need to know about. There might be another program more apropos. You might just need some information on how to talk to an addict, or how many programs are available. What are the programs locally? Does insurance pay? How much does it cost? No matter what you need to ask, you can ask the Raleigh House free of charge. It's confidential. 720-730-9722. That's 720-730-9722. TheRaleighHouse.com.
One of the greatest things ever invented is a neon transformer.
The what?
A neon transformer. It's about this big. You've seen those things that go.
You mean a Tesla coil?
Well, you've seen those things that go.
Yeah.
Make a spark. It's a transformer for big neon signs. But they make about 50,000 volts.
Line 6.
But doesn't it make like a Tesla coil?
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Hawk knows the place he says Kevin's talking about. Hawk, Kevin called with a clandestine kind of call, like, hey, you know, come 4th of July, there's going to be about a constant 5 or 6 hours of explosions and noise, and it sounds like real serious gunpowder, and it's going to come from this specific facility, an industrial complex. So he just talks about it as if it's some conspiracy, and it is a 4th of July celebration, and he won't even give us the actual location, except he gave it to Suzanne off the air. Who do you think it is, Hawk? Where do you think he's talking about?
He's the same guy that called you, I think, yesterday, too, and he said where the big cowboy statue was. Okay, that's right there at 55th and Federal, Old Glory Fireworks sits right there. It's a firework distributor. There's a couple small rundown mobile home parks and a couple old hotels.
Okay, so we didn't give out his secret. That's what you said. Is that what he's talking about? Okay.
Well, by the big cowboy statue on the road, that sits right at 55th.
I never even heard him talk about the big cowboy. But he did. Okay.
He did yesterday.
So do they have a big celebration on 4th of July?
Everybody in that neighborhood does. I used to work down in that general area. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kevin, somebody guessed where it was without you even.
No.
What?
No, it's not there. No.
Oh.
This is. I'll tell you right now, dog. No, I'll almost tell you. It's
Suzanne just told me that's what. Hold on. She said you just told her that.
He told me 55th and Harlan and 55th and Federal.
I didn't want to give the exact address over the air again.
Why?
Okay, I'll tell you. All right, it's 55th and Harlan.
Big deal. Okay, what's the big deal? So the neighborhood is celebrating. That's right near 55th and Federal.
No, it's...
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. On the 4th of July, these guys make noises with fireworks.
Right.
Get out of here.
This is not fireworks. These are not fireworks.
No, it's gunpowder.
These are illegal. These are totally illegal, and they're big.
And the cops won't do anything. Why?
And there's no flashing. Nothing goes in the air. It's all detonations on the ground.
I haven't done this in a long time. Okay, well...
I know. Please, I wish you send somebody down there. I'll meet you. Oh, God. Bye.
It's early.
He played into that wonderfully.
I like Kevin. I like it. He reacted. Hey, John, what's going on with you, John?
Just a real quick one. It might help somebody from losing their job. I've never smoked pot, did any drugs, and never drank nothing. But my son had a little bit of a problem with alcohol and drug addiction. And I've been told by reliable sources that this hemp that you're talking about, the TBD or whatever it is.
CBD, yeah.
CBD. And it works. Everybody says it works great, and I've got plenty of pain from being a veteran. But
my God, it works on mine.
I won't use it because I was told that if I were to go for a job interview and do that will show up as marijuana in my system, and you just
maybe it will.
Out. I mean, because that could really mess up somebody.
Could mess me up.
Great shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, with flying aircraft. But you know, I want to know actually. Can we call it a lab? Certainly, we don't have to wait to find that answer. Does CBD show up in urine as marijuana? It has no THC. Isn't that what people are concerned about? THC. Althea, what's going on with you, Althea?
Not much, guys. I think I called in to get a testimonial about Dr. Mike.
You have one for him?
I do. They asked me to call in and see if I could talk about my time with Dr. Mike.
Go ahead.
I'm happy to do that.
Yes, we always ask our people.
This is the one Grant knows we were just talking
about. We always ask our people about experiences, and Grant happened to mention it. And you were having a problem a long time, right?
Oh, my gosh. Grant had been pestering me since the beginning of the year. I hurt myself on January 21st, and I herniated a disc. A whole piece of the disc broke off. You know, I'm only 31, so hopefully not pushing the years yet.
So what happened to you then?
I mean, you know, I had a couple of injuries as a younger person, and it weakened my lumbar spine, and I was just recreating over the weekend and, you know, hurt myself. So the doctors wanted to do a lot of things. I've always been more, you know, natural-centric, so I got this recommendation from Grant. He said, hey, this guy's on my radio show. You should go and see him. And I just procrastinated for months, and I was complaining about my pain one day, and Grant reminded me, he said, well, you have not gone to this person I recommended to you. So I went down to Dr. Mike's office. I got an evaluation, and it's great. You know, they took x-rays in the office, and they kind of examined my neurological health as well. And I think what really
bottom line, what you weren't getting results, right? And what happened? What was different about Dr. Mike?
You know what was crazy, like I was saying, is that what really blew me away is that, like, after seeing chiropractors for years, they use manipulation as a form of healing, which nothing against them.
Right.
I was just so shocked at how little Dr. Mike actually touched my body.
I know it. That's the weird thing, that hand activator, how little he does for maximum results.
The first time I was there, I had a hard time giving him the money. And when I came back again and again, I had a hard time. I was standing there like, literally, I am paying for like...
No. I know. No.
I think he laser beamed my nerves back into place with his eyeballs or something.
Yeah. No, that hand activator is so gentle, and then he goes like click, click, and then he moves you around a little click, click. And he says, okay, we're done for today. And I thought, what?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, after 4 months of being in constant chronic pain, I saw Dr. Mike 3 times over the course of 2 weeks, and I have been feeling so good. It's unbelievable.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
that means a lot, Althea. Thank you. And
hey, Mike, how much do you charge for that anyhow? I mean, people always ask
that adjustment.
Yeah, adjustment cost is $50.
Yes. Now, that's a straight adjustment, $50. Boom. But if you buy a package, you can get them lower. If I want to, like, if I know I'm getting adjusted by you, and I just don't like the mandatory, like some chiropractors say, 3 times a week forever. And here's the deal. If you want to buy a package of adjustments and go whenever you want, you can get them down to what price?
Yeah, I'll take 10% off for a package deal.
Okay. And then you can get, for veterans?
Yeah, for anyone that's active or a vet, I do $30 adjustments.
Now that's incredible. $30 for veterans.
This is Denver's Talk Station.
Okay, 2 brought. Do I have 2?
She was in a few weeks ago.
And then I'll have plenty of time to run downstairs.
The one that packs it in there.
Please.
This report is sponsored by Wyndham Hotels and Resorts.
Big delays on the west side of town.
Was she that bad? She was in constant pain.
Most people are. They come in.
You only have 4 minutes.
That's funny.
Oh, that's time.
Didn't want to give you the money.
But she
there you felt it. So didn't want to give me the money. That's how you felt too. You're like, oh.
No. I said, if I didn't think
guys,
it worked for me.
In a few minutes, in a minute, I mean, or less.
This time.
That's what I said. If it didn't work for me, I'd be
6 early, then partly cloudy overnight, low around 58. Tomorrow, sunny once again, afternoon thunderstorms, a high near 90.
I've said somebody every X-ray 6 months of care. Their discs were about like
with more than
6
6,000
months
hotels across the country, including La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8. A great hotel by Wyndham is closer than you think. Find one near you and book direct at WyndhamHotels.com.
LinkedIn.
I know you can trust Fix-It 24/7. I know the owner personally, the general manager, the workers. I go there. I talk about customer service with them. And I know it's a company you can trust. And that's really what I want to talk about. For plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. It's a company you can trust. They're not going to lie to you. They're not going to oversell you. They may try to sell you something and say, hey, this is cool, this is good. And, you know, like whole house surge protectors, or you may want to do a descaler for your plumbing. You want to maybe do extra stuff, that's up to you. But here's the deal. They'll never lie to you. And they will always give you accurate pricing up front and never change that price ever. And a call charge to find any problem is just $39. That's it. And if you have the work done, you don't even pay the call charge. And all second opinions on major repairs are free with no call charge, and no one can be hurt by a second opinion. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939.
I grew up in a village.
I gotta run. I got 4 hours up.
Did you tell them all about it? Or
No, I told him. I said he had a block party. I didn't really. I got the email.
First the ladies' night, now a black party.
I didn't realize
it's gonna be happy hour soon.
It's your whole complex over there, right? The bar, everybody there.
What's over there?
I invited them all. There's Max Tabs.
What's the intersection?
University County line. But so it was my party though. So it was at my office.
Oh, I didn't. It was yours.
I hosted and I shut down my side of the parking lot. And the vendors.
Where's he at?
The vendors that were there on the southeast side.
I think there was only one.
So that's part of the compliment. He's right back over there.
Didn't we meet here one time? Oh, I know where this is. I know exactly where it is.
It's by, what's the restaurant?
Bowling alley? Oh, Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
You've heard me talk about art.
But you're right, the bowling alley.
Is that still there, that bowling alley?
In the early 2000s for $300 and decided he wanted
my favorite bowling alley around here is Celebrity Lanes. Good bowling alley.
Because they have bunkers.
They make it easy for you.
And they have the dinosaurs where you can put the ball on the tail and it rolls down.
No way.
Price on the phone. He may want some measurements, of course. Maybe a few photos. He'll tell you how to do that. Call him.
I had a 220 not long ago, man. Fucking 220, bro. That's badass. You ever had a 220? Yeah.
I've never even broken 200.
220 is harder to get than a 300. And the reason I say that is a 300, the math is easy. All you do is get all strikes. In order to literally get a 220, you got to watch it. You can't do it.
You can be careful not to do that strike every time.
You can't get a strike every time. But yet you got to get spares.
I got like a 185. That's pretty tough. I got a 185. I was like striking nonstop, and I was like, I gotta slow down. I'm not.
Been there.
Yeah.
You don't want everybody looking at you.
Yeah, you don't want a crowd.
I
don't like being spotlighted.
Stand back! You're gonna hurt someone.
What's that one where he's got the hand cut off?
Oh, Kingpin.
Kingpin.
I just watched that the other day. That's so funny.
I like the beginning where he's got to go down on his landlord and he comes up puking. It happens. Hey, don't pay your rent. You got to pay the piper.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your private zip code to 30,000.
The hair, remember the hair at the end there?
So text your
it's like the comb over is over.
Oh yeah.
Bill Murray.
Text in the next 10 minutes. And
Bill Murray's great in that movie.
Of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
It is. It was actually. It's a very funny movie.
We have to.
No.
But we need.
Jeez, that's a good turnout then. No, I would. If I would have been here, I would have come.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I was
live right there.
I was hoping to.
We need life insurance.
Another 100 or so people.
I had a wedding on Saturday too.
We went for about 3.5 hours, and I had a face painter, and there was a line the whole time for the face painter. So.
I love doing things.
You do, yeah.
You missed it. You know what? Maybe you can get the face painter to come here, and he can paint his face during the show. And your face will be our show.
Maybe I could have got a new pair of Nikes and had you paint the flag on.
We should buy some generic Bubbos and put some flags on there.
You heard that, right?
And then we'll put them on eBay. Nike, authentic Nike shoes.
So Nike made a shoe with, they call it
Betsy Ross flag.
Around the circle, the star, yeah.
So they have it all ready to go, and Kaepernick said, no, that reminds people of slavery.
Yeah.
Him, maybe.
Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Al Ruth, do you have a question about a reverse loan, or you have a problem?
Oh, Tom, I noticed that one of your advertisers is American Financing, and that's where my problem stems from.
Well, American Financing is, when you say one of my advertisers, yes, you might hear them. You might hear American Financing all over the radio stations, but they're not specific to me, meaning they're not one of my personal endorsements. Now, that doesn't mean they're bad or they're good. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that I personally do not represent them. I just want to make that clear. But anyway, if you have a problem with American Mortgage, they've always solved them. I mean, is it a serious problem? What's going on?
Well, Tom, Mike Rosen and Curtis Brannon.
Can we just talk about let's talk about your problem, just your problem.
Well, that's my.
What did Mike Rosen do to you, Al Roof? What did Mike Rosen do to you?
He put me in an adjusted loan.
No, he didn't. Mike Rosen does not write loans.
No, Curtis Brannon. He sent Curtis Brannon after I applied for a loan.
Okay.
Based on the advertising.
Did you hear Mike do a commercial and then you called? Is that what happened?
Oh, heavens no. This has been going on since 2004.
Okay, what? Okay, 2004. It's now, what can I do 15 years later? Al Ruth, hold on. Let me get this straight. The loan that you're complaining about, you took out in 2004?
I applied in 2004, yes.
And who did you apply with? Who?
Curtis Brannon.
And who is Curtis Brannon?
That sales agent for American Financing Corporation.
Okay, so this guy came to you, Curtis.
Yes.
And did he come to your house?
Yes, he did.
Okay, and you got a reverse loan?
No, I got a regular mortgage to buy a car. And
wait a minute. I see. You took out a second on your house or something?
Yes, we had talked about a fixed rate. They put me in an adjusted, sold it to 8 different loan companies, and I finally had to resolve it because the interest was going up.
Well, so it's a loan, Al Ruth. So far, honest to God.
I never got the money, Tom.
Well, then why did you borrow it?
I did not. They paid Public Service Credit Union a fraudulent debt that was manufactured
Okay, Al Ruth, let me get this straight. I thought you were calling. Let me just take this. Al Ruth, can you answer one question at a time? You took out a loan in 2004 for how much?
That's it, Tom. I never got a cent.
Okay. In 2004, you had a mortgage done. You never got a penny. But was it a first mortgage or a second? Do you remember?
It was the first because I had no debt.
Gotcha. Your house was paid for when you talked to Curtis.
Right.
And you took out a loan. Do you believe Curtis kept your money?
No, he paid a fraudulent debt manufactured by Public Service Credit Union.
Why would he do that?
Now, why would first of all, Public Service Credit Union is not going to defraud you.
Oh, Tom, it might not be Public Service. It might be the technician that they finally released.
What? Tell me this. Are you Al Ruth, I can't help you, dear.
Oh, can you get me an attorney that can?
Just call any attorney on the referral list. I can't get to the problem. Somehow you're telling me that Public Service, how much was the bill at Public Service? Or, excuse me, at the credit union.
They made a fraudulent loan.
How much?
$88,000.
Okay, and that $88,000 was secured by your home. So when you took out a new loan and refinanced,
no, Tom, they made a debt. They said that I owed that.
Right,
that I had borrowed money over the years.
But your home, you're saying you did pay it off. You did pay it off, but you're saying they never released the debt. Is that what you're saying?
They did release the debt, and I had all those release dates on my computer.
Right,
and my
but you're saying even though your loan had been paid back, they told American Financing they were still owed the money.
Indeed.
Okay.
And they were paid.
Well, you know what? Let's look into that. I mean, if you truly refinanced and paid that debt twice, Public Service Credit Union should be happy to search into their records for that. Really? Now hold on. Deputy Clayton, why don't you make a phone call? And if it's too much, let me know. Because seriously, let's just say that she, back in 2004, American Financing refinanced her. Okay, good. Then instead of her getting the money, Public Service was paid the credit union for a deed of trust. She is saying that deed of trust was paid previously. It could have been. I mean, I'll look into that.
I think he's going to be going down a bunny hole.
No. Don't you think it's possible that Public Service Credit Union could make a mistake and not mark her debt cleared?
It's 15 years later.
Yeah, but Mark, this loan is still out there. So I think I could make an argument that it's still active. Al Ruth, I want to ask you a question. Do you have records of the original loan and pay?
I do.
And do you have records that you paid it back?
Yes.
Okay. Yet Public Service said you still owed it.
That's because I refinanced the reverse mortgage. I did the reverse mortgage to save foreclosure.
When did you do? Is American the one that did your reverse?
No, Universal Lending.
When did they do?
$15,000.
All right. Now, hold on.
She never even mentioned a reverse loan before, and now she mentions a new loan.
Here comes Peter Cottontail.
No. Hold on. Al Ruth, hold on. You said, hold on. When did you get a reverse loan? What year?
2005.
Wait, you told me American Mortgage financed you in
2004.
And then you went back and got another loan in 2005?
No, in order to save my home, they were in 2005. They had sold my loan to about 8 different.
I don't care who they sold it to. There's nothing wrong with selling a loan. Did you make your payment?
I know, and I had to pay all that.
Okay, did you make your payments, Albert?
First mortgage, because the interest rate was still going up, and there was nothing going on principal. So in order to save my home from foreclosure, I got a reverse mortgage 10 years ago.
Okay. Now,
and then I got 88 years old, so I said, if I were to die,
right now you have a reverse. Al Ruth, right now you have a reverse loan. Did you spend all the money, or are you still getting paid?
Tom, I refinanced the reverse mortgage at 88 years old.
Now, so then who would you refinance that with?
Public Service Credit Union.
When did you do that?
In 2017.
Wait a minute. Why would you go back to the very company you said manufactured a debt against you in 2004?
I did not know it, Tom. I did not know it. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what.
Okay.
Go get on it, Clint.
This report is sponsored by Woodley's Fine Furniture.
Let's start off with the good news on the west side of town.
No, we're not.
I was waiting for the next one. Then I took a second out.
I'll never send it every
No, we're not wasting one phone call.
No, don't even.
She keeps mentioning new loans every time I talk. I mean,
by the way, I sold the house last week.
I mean, this woman, we couldn't. So she went back to the very company that manufactured a loan against.
She was wearing the very pants she was going to return.
That's almost like the stutter when I have to deal with the stutterer.
I swear to God that my calls lately are insane.
That was good.
Entertaining.
You're lucky I didn't let the stutterer come on.
We should have the stutter.
What do I have?
I would have talked like this.
It was terrible.
Okay.
Do you have pain? Do you have a pain in your ass? No, I'm just kidding. Because we all joked with Suzanne that Mark is the pain in her butt. But stem cell therapy won't help that. Stem cell therapy is for real. A good therapy for pain and for rebuilding tissue in some cases. But here's the deal. You have to have real, true, living stem cells. Now, I know of only one clinic where that happens all the time. And that's Centeno Schultz. And Dr. Chris Centeno is the most experienced doctor in stem cell therapy anywhere. They have thousands of cases to show success rates and not. Centeno Schultz, they're MDs. And do you know 80% of the time they recommend other therapies like platelet-rich therapy because stem cells are not needed. Centeno Schultz, the stemcellexperts.com. 303-963-9201, 963-9201.
Okay.
If you missed rates
So
being
you
this
can
low
take an extension cord
now
and
might
hook
be
the
your
two
time.
leads
Okay.
against it, and then at the other end of it, you got those two prongs.
Okay.
It's going to jump an arc across it.
Right.
Stick a firecracker in between there.
720-895-0500.
The second you push the button on the transformer, the firecracker will go off.
And many of our
Just
clients are taking
firecracker's
advantage
not
of
fused
low
because it'll jump through the paper.
Yeah,
and
it'll
through
jump
it. Okay.
And because there's no hole burned in from the fuse, it's really powerful too. You can also set off your settling valves that way.
Well, I can see that you can.
What kind of transformer?
A neon transformer. Great big thing. It has
they're
tube insulators, and it makes those, they're 50,000 volts, they'll jump an arc about 6 inches.
I will bet you that they just do a bunch of balloons. They've done in different areas, settling balloons.
Yeah, that's why I said there's nothing going in the air. But there's another big thing that's really popular right now.
But it would would give a flash.
Yeah, but you know, what doesn't give a flash is a real popular thing right now, flying anvils.
Flying what?
Anvils.
What does that mean?
They take an anvil, you know, like a...
Fuck that! And do what? And make it
an
fly?
anvil, they turn it upside down because it has a hollow in the bottom.
Yeah.
And they take another one and set it on top, so you got gunpowder in that hollow. Instead of fuse, and the trick is to fly them up and see how close they can land the anvil.
Oh, yeah,
But one flies off, the bottom one doesn't.
No, the bottom doesn't fly off. One of them flies up, and whoever gets closest to the anvil it started from.
Yeah, I'd like to know how many people get killed.
Yeah, right.
There's crazy stuff.
That guy was talking gunpowder, you would see smoke.
You guys have to stop erasing my text on top of my spot sheet.
Well, they probably do settling,
right?
Because it doesn't.
And it's so easy.
Well, also there's also no debris.
Right.
There's no.
All right, come on. Rock, paper, scissors. No bullshit. You don't know rock, paper, scissors. Ready?
What are we doing it for?
For lunch. No bullshit. Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Come on. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yes!
Yes! Scissors crush rock.
No.
We used to do
who was that? Was that Seinfeld to do? Rock. What piece rock?
Tom Martino here. Okay. Ben, what's going on?
It's true.
Hello, Ben.
Oh, hello.
What's happening?
How are you doing?
What's going on, Ben?
Well, my fiance needs hearing aids, and I'd just like to know, is there a special brand to get that's not so expensive?
Now, Ben, how do you know you need hearing aids?
I don't. My fiance does.
Oh, your fiance. Your fiance?
Yes.
Okay. And you want to know where you can find good low-cost hearing aids? I don't know. I don't know about price, but I do know, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center is where I get mine. And you're going to find prices usually around the same with all of the major dealers. So are you looking, is your fiance, does she have insurance?
Well, she has Medicaid or Medicare.
Medicaid, doesn't Medicaid cover hearing aids? I thought it did.
She said it doesn't.
Are you sure? Hearing aids? We have to find out about that. If they're medically necessary, I can't believe they would not cover that. Mark?
I don't think it does, man. I'm reading just a little quick, but it doesn't look like they do. It says, the short answer is no, but hearing exams might be covered. So the exam might be covered, but the device
man.
not.
I wonder, Ben, if we can get some...
How about, and I'm not kidding around, sometimes you see these things like on, TV commercials and stuff. I mean, they're big, they're bulky, but do they work? I mean, if you have nothing else,
Let's put it this way.
Do they work?
Any amplification that makes a sound louder could help you. What it's not going to do is you can't fine-tune it like you would a real hearing aid because some people are deaf in different frequencies. So what Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center does is they'll take your hearing pattern. And if you're not deaf, so deaf in the bass tone here, they might raise another kilohertz and lower another one. And they equalize, just like on an equalizer kind of, and they make it for you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have it perfect. Let's put it this way. If you couldn't hear much and one of those cheap, generic, all-in-one, I mean, they're a generic ear cup that goes in, or plug goes inside, and you can find them on Alibaba for one.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
What do people do generally when they die with these things? If someone did have expensive ones and they die, can they reprogram them for somebody else or what?
Well, here's the deal. Yes, you can reprogram them. If they're molded, then you have to have it molded for your ear, but that's not hard. Those molds are made to come off, and then any place can make a new ear mold.
Maybe someone listening can donate some, or they had someone pass away, or they got new ones or something.
But are you poor? I mean, Ben, what are we talking about? Are you poor?
No, we're not. I'm not poor.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, this is not a charity case.
Well, I thought it was.
No, it's Medicaid, not charity. Here's the deal. I would look online I'm going to try Amazon to see.
How much are good ones, Tom? I mean, like what, 1,000, 10,000?
No.
What are they?
If you're looking at good ones, they can be anywhere from 4 to 6
each.
No, for both.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 to 6 for both. But Mark, that comes with all the service. That's not just the hearing aid. That's for the adjustment, the programming.
It's everything.
But I'd be a liar if I told you needed exclusive tuned hearing aids. Of course you don't. Now, they have bells and whistles on hearing aids just like anything. What about the ones that work with your cell phones and the ones that you can control? There are some you can control forward. You don't want to listen to people behind you. You want to direct it more toward the front. You know, you can do that. With these straight generic ones, you can't do any of that. That doesn't mean they're bad for you. Russell, what's going on? Russell?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I have a off-the-grid cabin in Teller County. When I bought the property, it already had the beginnings of the cabin on it. I just finished it. Me and my family were spending some time there on and off when the health department came up and the police department with them and the building inspector, and they told me I have to tear it down, turn it into a shed, or turn it into a house.
Is it okay, Russell? I understand those choices. It either is a non-occupied structure, it's an occupied structure, or it's vacant land. What kind of land is it, Russell?
It is vacant land.
I understand, but where is it a mining claim or a lot or unimproved? What is it?
No, it's just a regular residential lot, almost 10 acres.
Is it in a subdivision?
No. It's in it is in a giant subdivision, but there's no organization at all. It's
okay.
This massive area
if there are no covenants, it would be building code. That's the only thing. So did you get your permits?
No, I didn't get permits.
Okay.
Were you actually living there with the family, the whole family?
On and off for 2 years.
You're not allowed to. Russell, listen, there are a lot of people, the old diehards will say private property, do what I want, get off, and they make an issue. But I'm going to tell you, right. you're going to lose, okay? Because the government says even though it's private property, we can tell you what to do with it and how to do it. That's it.
Plus there's kids involved.
That's the short answer. They can make you get out until you go and get your permits retroactively if they'll allow and try to get the thing up to code and make it an official cabin. Then they'll tax you and all of that.
I thought it was kind of backwards that they would rather put my family on the street and with the meth heads and Colorado Springs.
Listen, Russell, you're not going to get a disagreement from me, but they don't allow people to just put up a structure and live in it.
I wonder if he could put a camper up or something.
If Russell wants to come back on, we can walk him through the process and help him out. I mean, he sounds like a good guy, wants to provide for his family. By the way, brightenyourfamily.com, Dr. Mike Hedersheim, brightenyourfamily.com. Hey, save all your problems for me.
It's that hard to get a CO on those.
I wonder if he could put like a mobile home on there. Why not, right? I'm not saying he can afford it, I'm just saying.
But this guy, trust me, he sounded like the type that could hold up with guns.
Yeah, no shit. And his 2 little kids.
Yeah, like they have the right. You know what? There are all kinds of really good-looking generic hearing aids.